it would seem. I just hope he can get some healing.
Let's hope. Let's go over at the bench. We could talk there. Best not to crowd a person who's injured. That's for sure.
How are you holding up?
Well, all things considered, I'm doing rather well.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised I missed the whole thing.
Talia, you should save your strength.
People get busy, you know. And honestly, better you did than you didn't.
Whether
Still,
I've got plenty. You have them.
I mean, think about it. What would you have been able to
Let
do?
Alenia take care of it. You have a big day today.
Have him just, I don't know
Would
what
it be
he
that big
did.
of a part of it?
Step out of the lines.
Not as a mage.
Stupid. Other around.
Alenia will need her strength more than me for that.
You can't blame
Then
yourself. Stuff
let
like
me
this, it happens.
get someone else. Who aren't we going to need? Chancellor.
Morning.
We need him too.
Holding up.
I think he's one of our critical injuries from yesterday. Ryan, you awake?
Do you think they're going to...
What?
What are his injuries?
Most of like his rib area has been shattered. Oh, well, there goes my trackers. Well, that's funny. All right. He got thrown at a wall by a leviathan, and then fell like 40 feet.
Was he taken out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Well, that's good enough.
How much has been healed?
He has been stabilized medically. He has not had any magical healing.
I've got it.
Yeah, it looks like most of his ribs are still fractured.
Yeah. Yet today's scars show no signs tomorrow. From the renewal of spring comes new life. Thy lily blooms in the absence of shivers. It is a delicate flourish. The light of the sun shines down from above. Bones unbreak and unmend to whence they were before. Ryan, I don't know if you can hear me at all, but if you can, just try to sit tight for a couple of minutes.
Damn it.
Fix the worst of these injuries. Chancellor?
Phantom pains, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Son of...
I am familiar with those. What is on your chest?
What?
That's not new.
Seems more blue.
I mean, that's a leftover from when I popped back up, you know. Ah, shit.
Just making sure.
I think he might just be bruised on top of it.
Morning.
Morning.
Taken care of the worst of his injuries. He's still in pretty rough shape, but should get him up and moving. I don't want to wake him, but when he does, tell him I asked him to rest, take it easy. Not go trying to climb any trees, you know.
Very nice.
How is he looking?
Climbs trees, does he?
That was
The-
kind of my thing.
Manner of speaking.
Okay.
He's okay. I assume much like pretty much everyone, he's, banged up, but...
I'll look around, see if anybody needs any immediate medical attention.
Don't use too much of your strength, okay?
Set up on tables. Big green
I know,
made last
I will.
breakfast. So
Just
put on
checking in
tables
on
for
them,
everyone.
seeing if there's stitches, and
Good, thank you.
looking at
Yeah.
renewing bandages new.
Bessie, make sure eat. That's food.
Anything for the captains today, Chancellor? Or...
Right.
Have breakfast.
I'll get to
Hope
that.
feel better.
I'll probably just give a general notice of
Breakfast always helps.
where we're heading.
Got it?
Honestly,
You don't have to stay here.
Okay.
You can.
I'll probably call a meeting in a
I'd
bit.
rather.
There's no rush.
Okay.
Rather not just, leave him be,
I'll be here.
Okay, I'm gonna try to
Then we can
say it down
both be,
gently.
Yeah.
Orion?
Is that okay?
You might want to try a raw egg.
How you doing?
Why
It- It helps. You drink it.
The cobwebs off.
Down.
Me too.
Sounds disgusting.
It is, but it helps. You sure you don't want to come over here? Oh right, too loud. Sorry.
My father used to give me honey and lemon. Or lime. For sore throats and stuff.
Wow, he helped.
How about I say, I think he helped.
It's more so that she
He could help.
partook a bit much of drink last night.
Oh.
Having a really flavorful broth, and then you dip like meat
Yes.
and veggies in it.
Never drinking that much before. Only partook in wine.
Something so.
Got shitload of
I
mushrooms
generally
last time
don't.
went on
I'll be
adventure.
right back. Just a moment.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, those mushrooms are for potions, so.
The different. There was potion. No, see, there was potion ones, and the potion ones, and just the regular eat ones. According to Blake and Vesp. Damn.
Picky, oh no.
Sorry about that.
No problem. I understand.
Yeah. No, we check him.
Whoa.
Make him eat veggies. Good for him.
Noble.
Still though.
Yeah. Easy. Hopefully,
Admittedly, I was a
if
little
lucky
surprised she
Spooky
didn't
Goat
know
will be around
entirely
and can
how
help
to
with
handle
cooking.
the
He's
liquor.
good chef.
What's that about? Given that all of you are on a ship,
Good with meat.
we built up
No
quite
way.
a bit of tolerance
Thank you.
from the one I was
Because-
on.
Stay for later.
To each their own, I suppose. We all come
Mm.
from different backgrounds and places. It's hard to dictate what each and every person is resistant or tolerant to.
Stocked up
Too
well
true,
away
too true.
back. Yeah.
You should eat something too.
Out of curiosity, are you part of the Aether
I'm not hungry.
Sadly not. My captain
Oh.
is, though. And I hear that he's quite skilled.
Good idea.
I was most impressed. To be sure, we worked together on the engines and everything, trying to get them up and running
Yeah.
again.
You guys did a remarkable job. I don't understand a lick of it.
Do stuff.
Thank you.
Breakfast. Yeah.
It is painful to admit that we were cutting it
Welcome,
particularly
welcome.
close.
Yep, whatever you
We had
need.
to drag additional parts.
Any plates
Another
on
down
table
there
are
should
free
be
game, by
what,
the way. We set tables out for
talking
people.
about.
If hungry.
Understood.
I was a part of the escapade to
thank
gather
you.
those supplies.
On the larger
Make
vessel,
sure eat.
Yes.
Eat make feel better. Make strong.
I was not in that case.
Oh,
but
it's on floor
we
now.
had a
Didn't notice on
second
floor.
one. We were apparently still short.
Mm.
Just a little bit.
The
can
last
read it now.
episode was called
No, I
Heartache.
can't.
Okay, no.
Hence Heartbreak.
Roll a 9, dragging back another heavy
Try.
piece, and we weren't sure we
And the
were
Devouring is in Talia's heart. It's fitting.
Initially, we went to a smaller
The
vessel,
red.
and
It's
then they blew up the engine or something like that with
Yeah.
a golem of some
I'm
sort.
here.
So we couldn't
We're
scrounge
faded yet.
anything.
We've been really busy. Give it time.
And the bigger one came down, and we decided to go after that
Like
one
Pete.
next
I
to
know.
get everything we can. Thankfully, we were able to get some parts.
I mean,
but I don't understand what we needed, or relatively that. I was just on guard duty, as usual.
It was incredibly helpful. I do believe parts for the fuel supply that came from that one were damaged. We had one useful one from the smaller ship that we had commandeered.
Hey, sure you think you can help me with these?
The night prior.
I mean,
But,
yeah, I could
we
try.
had
Are
to
we
go
gonna
back
move?
and try and jerry-rig
Oh,
the other-
He's hanging out
both
back
of you,
on the wall.
could you report to the med bay? We're going
You
to
don't
be
think so?
starting
Treatment
treatment as soon as
back in the
possible.
air.
Oh,
So
and you as
Now roll on, go.
both of you
3,
actually.
2, 1, go.
Two, stop, no.
As soon as possible.
Your
I'm looking out for all the medical personnel.
Yeah.
Arrow.
There'll be a.
Hold on.
Oh, she's
Get on
gone.
the hook.
My
All
assistant,
right. It's
in
on.
that regard.
Hey,
Ophelia.
Now one of the crew.
it's on the hook. Right.
Malik's planning to call the captains in a little bit, so if you're gonna find him, you might want to do so sooner than later.
Oh, he was already.
Put this back on the
Yeah.
wall.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm sure they'd love to have you. Any more skilled hands would be useful.
Wow.
He did most of it, but yeah.
I hope so as well.
Just strong.
Every big,
We're pretty
big man needs good support.
Why, she's right behind you now.
Yuki, can you check out Barrett, see how badly off he is?
I believe Rowan was checking him out earlier.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. As long as someone is.
I just heard.
Yeah.
How was it during when?
Magnus, I think. It's mostly under the shirt and stuff, but it's been cooking a while. A couple of days at least. I didn't tell anyone. I've known since before Palindor.
Okay. Let's actually get you started on get you prepared.
Yeah.
If you could.
Okay. Are we doing me first?
No, we were going to do it on Rowan first. If that's what we're doing, then he's currently upstairs.
Strategically, we've got a couple
So
of
if-
options. We can try it on me, and that gives us more attempts, but if we fuck it
no.
up, or Yuki.
Rowan first. No, we said it yesterday.
Okay.
Rowan first.
Rowan
said it
first.
too.
I'll go see what they're doing.
Take your
everyone
time.
Get prepared.
It's not that pressing.
I wish I was given the.
I take it we're dealing with
Wash your hands.
Devouring. Surgery.
Get any protective gear on, and prepare for things go wrong. You know, you get towels.
Affinity for
Can someone
alcohol.
tell me?
Right, okay.
Getting ready to do the surgery
Understood.
thing.
Yeah, I was kind of curious if they were gonna chop
Alright,
off the
I'll
limbs
go
of the
and
captain.
clean myself up a bit.
I suppose.
Let me take it.
Do you want to go up top? I don't know if it's. I don't know what us to be down here is gonna do.
I don't know.
Probably
I just
wants
wanted
for you to go
I just-
upstairs.
Yeah. Yep.
I just wanted to see.
Do you need any help?
I'm good.
Okay, change of plans. We'll be having the captain's meeting first, and then the treatments will begin.
Reasonable enough. Right.
This captain's meeting now.
Any minute. I mean, I'm going to start heading up there now. What with the, but. Anyone have questions, things they want to ruminate on while we're in the captain's meeting? I can tell you what I have planned. Okay. Here's the deal. Unless someone can explain to me what's different about what we've learned in the last couple of days and what we've been trying, at least on me, I want to keep working off of the thing that we've been putting our energies into. We're very close. Biggest problem we have left is that whenever we've tried it, have we tried it with anyone but you, Angeal? I don't think so. Angeal, and no, not to his discredit, I mean, we've watched it happen. The energy, when we're trying to burn the Devouring away, doesn't stay contained. Technically, it works. I mean, we've had success. We've eliminated parts of the Devouring. It's just that, eliminating a bunch of the rest of the patient tends to be, lethal. So, with Lethariel and bits and pieces of everyone's stuff for every conversation we've had in the last 12 months, we have a ritual that's a bit more refined. Basically based on the shit that we did with Realm, at least conceptually. I mean, I don't have any of the actual notes from that shit. Maybe the additional control that affords, rather than a bunch of mages just sort of poking around in someone all at once, will be enough. But if anyone has any ideas, it should be relatively straightforward to incorporate them. The biggest thing is that we have to keep the abyssal energy contained. I have a thought on how to do that, but I'm going to save that because I don't want to taint people's perspectives unless you think that it would be useful to know. We're being called. Questions before I go? Anyone?
While you're in the meeting, is there anything you need from alchemy?
I can't think of anything, but if you've got any ideas.
Just
Captain's meeting, please.
Mana potions.
Probably, yeah.
Right.
I'll see what I can whip up.
Alright, I'm going upstairs.
I'll be going as well.
I'm gonna get to work.
Do you want me to carry you?
I'm okay. It's not so bad with the brace. But thank you.
I'll be back. The fall of Halsten has definitely set us back quite a few weeks, maybe months.
Oh. Yeah. Certainly.
And at this time, we probably cannot afford to lose. So we've got to make do.
How things go at midday?
Yeah. VRChat never like.
Thank the gods it's warmer in here. It's me. Alright, so this should be pretty simple. Obviously, we are limping our way south at the moment. And we are just entering the Nixian range right now. Current plan is to continue pushing south across the desert and probably just hole up in Vathens for a while. Lick our wounds, regain our strength.
So you want to stay in Vathens?
Maybe for a few days. Place where we can land the ship, work on repairs. Because even though we're in the air, it was kind of a rocky get up and go.
That's fair. So I just.
I mean, there's like nothing there. Well, we can stop in the middle of the desert, we can whip back around and hang out in the middle of nowhere in the tundra. At least it's fucking warm.
What's so wrong with Athens?
Well, it's just that. It's ruins. I mean, there's tales and concerns that if you go into it during the night, you don't really return. So that's why I'm a bit startled if that'll be our choice of place to go, because
I mean,
things happen there.
Whatever could be there, is it really worse than a Leviathan Rift Beast?
It's probably just some tribes, marauders and all that.
Sure.
Well, do you have any better ideas?
I don't know.
What's this right here?
I have no idea. What is that?
The Grand
Was it?
It's
what does it say?
Messenu, right? If this is Vathens, right? This area, and I'm guessing the Minesu's that way.
Oh yeah.
There's
That's
a
not what's known
flag
actually about it.
between you and I. There's like a couple of flags. It's a bit south of the
I've been
one
trying
closest
to
to
map
Luca.
up ideas with the map and follow along with how the flags are positioned.
Yeah, sorry.
I believe for the Mensu, no, you're fine. For the Mensu, I don't think there's nothing of extreme importance from it.
No,
Just
not really.
some people that kind of hold up there.
Anyone heard anything about it? I mean, I haven't heard any word from there in like 9 years. But I wouldn't have. I
No.
just. Okay.
That's the only other
I like ran through
area
it once,
of
like
note.
40 fucking years ago, but
I think our tribe did a delivery for it once. We tried to operate as a cargo tribe, and so
fine.
We delivered some cargo for it once a long time ago. Didn't know what was inside of it, but just brought it there, and they paid us a decent sum at least.
What's our goal in the longer
It's
term?
not much.
What's our goal in the longer term? I mean, are we heading back to ASICS?
I would think so.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here. We'll stop there for a few days. Gather what we can in the area. Probably, honestly, isn't much. But mostly, I want a bit of peace and quiet so we can finalize the probably fairly roughshod repairs we've made on the ship and the engines.
Right.
And once I can get the AOK from the Aether technicians that we're good to fly across the ocean, we're getting the fuck out of this place.
Do we know if there's any hope of recovering our alchemical supplies there? Any things to gather that might be of note?
I have no idea. I am not an alchemist.
Okay.
Are we low?
According to, I don't remember who it was, besides what we could manage to grab with us, we're fresh out. Not a hint of thing in medical. Nothing.
That last assault really took a lot of stuff from alchemical, from medical, from everywhere, really. So.
Okay.
Imagine personal reserves might still be intact, but for the actual ship itself, I imagine we're quite low.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yeah, simple plan. Any questions?
No, sir.
All right. We'll probably be in the air for several days as we get the rest down there. How was the ship doing? Doesn't feel like we're going super fast.
Haven't really had a chance to go over it since we departed.
Understood. Either by end of day or by tomorrow, give me at least a rough rundown.
Aye, sir.
All right. I believe that should be everything. Then dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Lefron.
Mm.
Most, if not all, of medical is going to be down in the med bay today.
Of course, no worries. I understand if you'll be busy today.
Okay.
Let me know if you need anything.
We'll do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yes.
I think for now.
What's the plan? Drop off at this Vathan's place, which is meant to be some abandoned ruins. Make sure the ship's good enough to fly across the ocean, then head back to A6.
Right. I see. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Till then, just sit and wait. I don't really know what we can do.
Solace.
Help our comrades.
I just have a headache. Which is apparently
Got
in
it.
ruins.
Go ahead and gather Umbra up and bring him top deck.
The ruins?
Gonna debrief you guys on the captain's meeting.
We need to touch down.
Except for Angel, he's excused.
Count our stock.
I'm gonna have to be excused as well.
I'm gonna be
You helping as well?
repairs on
Okay.
Solace just filled Riley in as well, so.
I think I got the gist of it.
Smart.
Understood.
Solace.
Still unconscious.
Feel free to pass it on
Not a
to
peep.
Angel then. That was that was the main thing.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Work never stops.
Okay.
No.
So we'll be doing Rowan first.
We can do that. We should sit and chat for a minute, though. I mean, sit, relatively speaking. We don't have any of the fucking chairs down here, but...
We gotta keep the precious cargo.
Okay, I'm going to
figure that out.
round Malik up.
Okay. Elenia, the updates are pretty short from the meeting. We're heading towards Vathan's to hunker down for a while we make what remaining repairs are needed for the ship.
Alright then.
We don't have any reason to believe there's anything in particular there, though presumably the standard Drozen tribal bullshit. Unless you know anything about Vathan's.
Nothing I can think of right now.
If I recall, most people try to avoid there, so we might be a bit more in luck.
Fingers
I
crossed.
contemplated stopping by there on my journey, but that was way too far from the mountains. Would have made me get lost.
But yeah, that's where we're going. Please let the rest of Ventus know.
Where?
Athens.
Okay.
We're gonna go hole up in the ruins for a while the Aether technicians make the repairs that they sort of put together at the, couple of hours that we had there into something that actually makes the ship work. Longer term, the plan is to cross back to A6. Presumably something else is going to, try to eat our faces between now and then, so...
At the most, maybe we just have to worry about some Drozen creatures. Maybe some bandits.
Alright.
We maybe have more issues with spirits there than anything else.
Stop. Everything's fine. Stop.
Why are we here? What's going on? We gotta be out there. Why are we here? We gotta go out. What happened? I think I remember it was in the ship. What's going on? Where are we?
We're in the air, Barrett.
Rowan.
Why are we not in Halsten? What's happening? What happened?
Oh god, he's
We
been
got driven
asleep
away.
the whole time.
What happened to Halsten? The fuck happened to my home?
I am unaware.
Oh shit! My cheek and my throat.
Water?
Yeah.
I'll leave you to it.
Fuck. Last thing I remember was one of these armored fucks put me up against the wall and choked the shit out of me. Fuck.
Does he need a healer?
He's fine.
On the ship. That's the last thing I remember. I put up against the wall. Last thing I remember, I called for help. I know y'all. Last thing I saw, you guys were busy.
Oh.
Fuck.
I think Malik's caught up on all of this, so I'll just go ahead with those that are here for now. Here's the gist. I was planning to do this a couple of days ago, but some things happened.
So many of us were on death's door.
Here's where we're at with the Devouring. We've tried a couple of things over the last year, basically.
Where's everybody? What's
Jill and I and a couple of others intermittently did some experimentation in Beston. Tried to burn away the Devouring with occult energy and replace it at the same time with divine magic. Make sure that we didn't, remove a bunch of person's insides and they bleed out internally and die. Worked, but not really. We could barely make any progress, and once we were tapped, Devouring could take up that space again almost as quickly as we'd done nothing. So it was a losing battle, more or less. I'm sure that if we had a couple of 100 healers and occultists, we could have pulled it off, but at least based on what we knew at the time. Kava was the big mover that we had. Robert and the half-orcs. Elenia was able to suppress the Devouring, basically. Keep it slowed down. Only lasted, 12 hours, maybe? Something like that. A little more. By the time we realized it had happened, it was over. It was almost back to its full strength again. We fucked up there. Missed an opportunity to try what we'd been doing on the fully slowed down version. We tried what we could, didn't work, but we made more progress.
Got to try the same thing right after the suppression and during the suppression with Malik when he got the Devouring, what, God, a week ago now? 10 days? Recently, while we were in Halsten, he got it. We tried what we'd been doing. Elenia suppressed the Devouring, stabilized the pathways, set things up for the energy to be guided through. Usually we have anywhere between 2 and 3 people doing the healing and also first aid spells. The idea being surgically removing the affected tissue is useful. It seems to be. I mean, it doesn't hurt, and you gotta do it anyways, otherwise the destroyed tissue just bleeds. So, someone to prepare the wound for healing, someone to heal after the occultist has gone through, someone to guide. Talia and a couple of others had a conversation with Carcosa. Carcosa said that you need 3 people. Divine healer to clean up the mess, occultist to burn it away, and a divine healer to guide them. Trouble is...
What about the rest of everything? Your condition, anything worse?
It's what we've...
Sounds like what you've been doing. Yeah.
During the fighting, I was hearing a voice speaking.
There's a couple of options. The most obnoxious one is that we don't understand what guiding means. That's the least helpful option because it basically means, yeah, we know that something's on the right track, but what the fuck to do with it? We don't know. Could be an issue with control. A couple people have proposed it's a strength-based issue, but frankly, I'm not convinced. I mean, from what I could tell, at least, and NGO, you can correct me if I'm wrong, when you were doing stuff, it looked like the abyssal energy itself was, like, lashing out. Like, it was resisting the Devouring at a metaphysical level.
Acting fairly wildly out of control.
Yeah. That doesn't really seem like a power throughput kind of issue. And it's not been an issue at this point, ever since Kava. It's not been a question of whether or not we can do it fast enough. We're sort of past that point. I mean, it's good news in that...
It's just his arm.
Don't panic. Still cut it off if it goes wrong.
It's good news in that it's kind of telling us that we're not just torturing people for no fucking reason. That we did, in fact, have something along the right path. But that's where we're at. Currently, we gotta keep the occult energy in check, or come up with some other revelation that fixes things. Some other misunderstanding that we have of what Carcosa said, or some other misunderstanding of what we've been doing. Personally, I'm inclined to believe that a dozen of the most talented and knowledgeable individuals in the world haven't been completely wasting their time on, like, some inane small thing, and that we have made progress for a good reason. So, I'm inclined to say that where we've been is the place to start. I have a ritual. It's more formal. It'll get people working more closely together than just trying their best. Don't know if it'll work. Haven't tried it. Didn't have it done in time.
I'll be back in the moment.
So, we can try the ritual as is, hope for the best, or if anyone has ideas. I said earlier, I have one that I talked with Lethariel and Elenia about a couple of days ago.
You need a shoulder?
It's rough around the edges. Might be a bit gruesome, but...
An idea is an idea.
So we just...
We want to put a shroud inside of the person, basically. I think a shroud, or probably any... I mean, like, Rowan could probably do it.
What exactly was happening?
Literally wall off the afflicted tissue. It's gonna be pretty fucking excruciating. So, like... But hey, cult magic can't go through a shroud, right?
It would have to be either that or some
That's a good question.
extreme over healing just to compensate.
Yeah, but the problem is we can try it on Rowan and just accept that we're going to destroy a bunch of the surrounding muscle. Realistically, some not very good arm, I would make an argument, is about as bad as not having the arm, given that I've had both in the last year. So, we could try it on that. We could try just forcing our way through it and hoping that there's enough arm left that it doesn't fall off. I'm gonna put it out there that you know, is about as refined as just lopping it off, but that's your choice to make, frankly. Additionally, it's not very likely to work for me. Devouring's in my heart. We can't really make up for the healing if I'm gonna bleed out in a couple of seconds.
Just up and vanished. In the night, nobody took care of him.
But realistically, you know, odds that I'm getting out of this one are not super high, so let's get some research out of it.
A lot happened while you were unconscious, and this is a
I assume you'll all be looking around and noticing Lethariel's not here. He's unconscious right now. Got everything taken out of him. And I'm gonna be honest, I've chosen not to wake him.
I'll be okay.
I'm not sure that his mind would be in the right place for this anyways, and he doesn't need that hanging over him. That said, I would
rely on him all the time.
Yeah. Would ask that you try not to kill me so that, like, if it's not gonna work, I can go say goodbye, but, like, you know.
Noted.
Anyone have thoughts? Suggestions?
Frankly, I think a lot of the thoughts got put out there.
Okay.
What, last night, when was it?
Yeah.
If none of those ideas would work, then frankly I'm out of thoughts to have. I'm open to any experiment that needs to be tried to be done beforehand.
You need help.
At the end of the day, it's just an arm.
Get in this meeting so I can help my captain. It's mainly for healers, but I don't know if they'd want you involved. I don't know. I'm not controlling this.
Okay, so who do you think would be able to cast a shroud inside a body?
Shroud.
If anyone's even tried the thing.
Pretty fucking gruesome, right?
Ryan, do you have a drink?
That was mine.
What about a shroud potion?
How would you?
I'm not sure you could direct it well enough. How would you make a potion that specifically surrounds the Devouring?
Maybe similarly to how the mana potions more or less recover or shroud the pathways for mana.
Can you figure it out in the next hour?
To just surround the Devouring? Because can it just do everything?
What do you mean everything?
Well, like medicine, right? It doesn't just target a spot. Just if the shroud is inside, does it have to just be the Devouring area?
The problem is we have to keep occult energy contained and keep it away from the rest of the person that needs to be alive at the end of it. But the Devouring's
Are you
inside.
trying to figure out ways to isolate it, or what's the goal?
I could try to knock this out in an hour, but at a minimum, could I get like a piece of devoured flesh from someone then?
Sure. Grab a scalpel.
Cool. I don't have my bag.
Just something fucking weird about it, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I can't remember half of yesterday.
Okay.
I put a scalpel right there.
For an alternate thing.
Please.
Do you all believe it would be possible for the one doing the guiding
something first?
To try to do so not just but basically we have somebody to build up to tissue ahead of the abyssal energy to give it something to latch onto and destroy ahead of the tissue we want to stay there. Is that something that has been tried and proven, or
I have work to do.
or does not work?
We've tried
that
nothing
way?
new since receiving the news on how we should do it.
We haven't had any patients. Well, we've had a couple of patients. We've just had some other things going on. Okay. You want to grow something inside of the person ahead of it as a sacrificial scab?
Basically, yes.
Does occult energy take longer to destroy certain things? I mean,
when it comes to using divine magic, we need to use a person's tapestry to really start growing anything. If we start trying to grow something willy-nilly, we're liable to just give somebody, like, cancer.
Yeah, but we can fix that.
Yeah.
Partly because...
Cancer can be really, really small. Like, in the blood.
Yeah.
Because, from what it sounds like, our biggest problem is that the occultic energy tends to go wild.
Yeah.
Regardless of the guidance that has been given it before.
Yep.
I need to step away again. Sorry.
It's okay.
The trouble is, right? If we were ever going to have an occultist that was going to be really good at it, it was going to be Angeal, because he can heal too. So he doesn't, I mean, honestly, like, I'd be not surprised at all if you barely didn't even need the fucking guidance, because you can just see it. But, like, I can understand that that's not common. Okay, so we got Shroud, we've got Sacrificial Tissue. I do kind of like the using cancer to cure the Devouring thing. There's a certain irony to it.
My divine is a whole circle lower than my abyssal. I don't think it would be enough.
What would you want to do?
Well, as you say, if I could see where I was going myself.
Yeah.
Ideally, I could guide myself.
Okay.
I wouldn't need a second pair of eyes or to rely on another.
Well, the point of the ritual is to kind of help with that. So that might be covered. I have no idea. Like I said, untested.
I was asking Lorium, with so little time I actually have, I could push Divine into second and test this, or push my Abyssal into third, what we need.
I wouldn't.
Do we bet on a theory, or what we need?
Which part's the theory? The theory being that we just need more power?
The Divine. So I would simultaneously cast and have my circles on equal levels. So one doesn't overdo the other.
I mean, maybe.
Of course, there's upcasting.
Well, for healing, yeah, I suppose. But the focus... Can you focus on two different tasks like that? I mean, do you think you can do it?
I've been training it for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
I wouldn't say for definite.
Exactly why I wanted to make plants use divine magic. Be an excellent reagent.
You screw it up, you're gonna hurt yourself pretty badly.
I'm aware.
We don't really have a lot of people that can replace you as the occultist either. So let's maybe put that...
Last resort then?
Yeah. Be kind of pointless to lose, you know, some of our healers and also one of the...
No, we still have Octavian.
Yeah, but
Noted, Dom. If that is just the steps you want to take, I'm merely giving you the...
be ashamed to lose the
But
person
there
that
are
has
some
the
others.
most experience doing it, you know?
I suppose there's nuanced ways to discover another way to achieve such goals.
Maybe a rough idea that I have, but it would be going against something I promised not to do. If you are able to possibly involve some sign of divination with the ritual, so we see where it's going to spread as we go forward. An actual way to foresee what might be spread, but even then that brings the backlash that could happen with divination.
Do we even have any diviners?
Not so
One.
much. Well, some
I
are.
know part of a ritual, but not an entire ritual.
I think this is good talk. If we did not have 2 active devouring cases.
Indeed.
Actually, that's a great point. Things to think about for if it doesn't work, though.
Theoretically, I can
Yes.
see that being
Keep this stuff
We
in
should
mind.
get
Though
this
you would need to
started.
effectively decomposition a...
Well, Rowan, I guess you're up first. What do you think? Do you want cancer, or do you want a shroud inside of you? Or a shield?
You simply just can't ground up a rock and...
And fucking no.
Yeah.
I guess the shield, whatever. I've not been too involved in a lot of this.
Yeah.
Whatever you're more confident in.
would need to jump through hoops. in
It's
order
you
to
two have
begin
mostly been at it, but...
Your endeavors.
Personally,
You've not tried anything else? Have no confidence in new study?
Yeah.
Fortunately, I cannot aid in this.
The thing we have the most of is healers who can do shields of some form. Assuming I come out of it, me, Lethariel, Rowan, Yuki can do a shroud and a pinch and has enough of the experience, probably.
Thank you, Owls of
So,
I also can.
Goodbye. Open the door.
You do it in a person with your device? Because that'd be pretty fucking neat.
Yeah. But what? Oh! I haven't considered that.
No, I mean, you know, the point of it. Well, I mean, I guess strictly speaking, ritual. No, I don't know how to do it with. I've not dealt with any Aether Tech, so I have no idea how to incorporate Aether Tech into a ritual, except for the components of it that are, you know, more mechanical in nature. Like, your syringes, I think, could totally get used, but like, I just don't understand enough of it. That's beyond me.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we need. Right, here's what I've got that we would need. We need someone to do this, the pathways. Eleni is our most experienced at that. Probably it could be substitute. I mean, basically it's the same sort of stuff you did when you were healing my pathways, right? Like at a fundamental level?
Yes.
Okay. So in theory, anyone that has treated someone's pathways, which would mean like Rowan, Lethariel, could also, I think Yuki helped with one. I don't remember. She watched at least. But most healers could be taught to do that pretty easily. That person's running the show. They're our guidance. They're going to hold a knife. They'll cut into the patient. And they'll also leave a cut on everyone else that's participating. Not to the same degree. It's a symbolic thing. I don't really get why it's important, but everything that I have ever read says that it's important. So there we go.
His connection.
Yeah. We need an occultist. We've got Angeal. We've got a lot of people that could theoretically step in if we needed them to, but for today it'll be Angeal. Someone to come through, ideally a third circle first aid caster. Doesn't have to be divine, but someone who can come through and, yeah, we got a bunch. But some of you we're going to need for healing, so We can probably get away with 2 first aid casters as well. Clean up anything that's missed. That sort of thing. Then we need an actual healer. They're going to repair the damage that's done. I imagine that the energy that they have to expend... I mean, most people are probably going to be putting like a third circle spell into this, give or take. The healer... Obviously, we all know how healing works. But that'll be dependent on how much damage is done. I assume it's going to be more like a, second or third circle healing requirement on Rowan. Probably more like a fourth on me. Then we need someone, I guess, who can do any sort of actual physical shroud. Ideally, not to disparage you, Sunny, probably not the lightning shroud.
That's okay.
Given that we need it inside the patient. So anyone that uses energy construct to do it. Ice could probably work, but...
Third circle shroud.
Okay.
I use
Helma's perfect for
kinetic
it.
shroud.
Yeah, she's got a really cool
I
shroud.
have also a third circle shroud, and it's ice.
Though then we have to worry about the water getting into the bloodline.
That's not so much a problem.
Helma's is pure
People are
divine.
mostly water.
Fair enough.
The body can absorb quite a bit of it.
Also, when the spell fizzles out, the Fade will put it in the mana, not water.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I
never
really studied ice magic.
I suspect it's going to be profoundly uncomfortable, but like... You know what else is?
No, that's
the Devouring. Hurts like a real fucking bitch. So, any last thoughts? Where do we want to do this thing?
Well, we only waste time thinking.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sooner the
Are
better.
you ready, Rowan?
Yeah.
Well,
suppose so.
Okay, so let's finalize. Which method are we using?
I think the shield to start. Try the cancer after that.
And who will be casting the shroud, or will we be relying on Rin's potion she's currently working on?
Rinsing that would be about an hour.
Well, we've got enough mana to give it a couple of tries, so I say fuck it, we just do it. I mean, that way we at least know, and we can spend the next hour tweaking things if we need to, rather than Rin spending an hour and us learning that it doesn't work, and then Rin spending 3 more hours to make, Okay. Go ahead, Rowan, take a seat, or stand, or wherever the hell you want to be for this. We're gonna just slice your arm open, so...
Should
Right on the
probably
surgery table.
lie down.
That might be for the best. You play down.
Talia, you've, I think, gotten to see the least of this. Do you want to use your syringes as the first aid component?
Did we decide on whose shroud we were going
Yeah. Do you want me to do the healing afterwards?
Sure.
After the first aid. I have a
Talia?
third circle divine, so
Yeah.
Me as well.
Whose shroud would you prefer? Yuki's or I almost bit my tongue. Or Hellblade. For the procedure.
Let's see.
Just to sort that out now. Divine Ice.
Yeah. Just because there could be accessory damage from the ice.
This position, so I can.
Let's say Helma, but
insert into his
Yuki,
neck.
do you want to watch?
Sure.
Got a healer cleaning up. Okay. I don't think we'll
also
need...
have third circle first aid, so I'm not incredibly blind in terms of medical stuff.
Okay. Want to follow along? Ophelia...
Say again?
Just as a curiosity, as a DM, do you have a shroud that isn't done through the cloak?
Yeah. I have nothing on the cloak right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know exactly how this is going to work, so I'm going to wash your hand and arm with a washcloth.
Here, Elenia. Knife. What you're gonna do is you're going to cut on his arm into the Devouring, to the deepest part you can find.
Sure.
Then cut everyone else in the same place. You can sterilize the knife, but cut everyone else in as close to the location as you can. Lorium, do you want to be our backup healer as well, just in case?
Yes.
Okay.
How's everything looking down here?
So Ophelia calls on you. I'm gonna do that, but yeah.
Understood.
Yeah, everyone's gonna get a bit of a slice.
One of the many variants that we're trying to
Give me your item.
Well, they're working on.
What?
Part of the
Put
ritual.
into your item.
The knife, it does the thing. It's about the connection.
Did you cut your hair?
Knife.
Everyone doing the ritual needs a slice on their arm.
Okay.
We cut down to the Devouring on the patient. We cut ourselves to connect everyone.
Who else is part of this?
That's okay.
I believe all three of you.
Everyone.
Yeah, I believe so. Okay.
Malik, if he feels like it, but
To do it in the same spot.
fortunate you still got the same arm.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you don't. Never mind.
No, I don't.
Well, then you're shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice line for me to aim.
No, we could probably... Malik and I will be here if you need help, but... You know, we're gonna be doing this on me, so, try not to need it.
Yeah, and I'm a bit mana burnt, so I don't want to
I just
spend
need to be told when
too
to
much.
do my part. That's it.
Okay, that's everybody.
Should be.
Anyone missing?
Did you do yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
I did myself first.
Now everyone focus. Probably we could come up with an incantation to help with the focus part, but I didn't have time for that. So here's what we're gonna do. Everyone start drawing in mana. Put one hand on Rowan. Focus.
Someone to touch his foot.
Focus both on the patient before you, but also
the surgery started.
on the cut on your arm. That is your connection point. Elenia will begin. She's going to stabilize his pathways. Once you feel her begin, you can begin to apply your own mana. You all know what you're doing. Severing the devoured flesh. Separating it with the shroud. Burning it away. Preparing what has been damaged. And, last, healing what has been lost. And Jill, I'm guessing this is going to be a third circle spell or two of mana out of you. At least from the math. Elenia, probably about the same. Might need fourth circle.
Fuck.
Unusually, I am also the DM here because some of ours are gone. The connection allows you to more effectively traverse the pathways. You can all sense where the Devouring has moved through his arm, and where your part needs to be. It starts slow at first, as you've cut to the deepest part of the Devouring. but you are able to start burning it away without too much collateral damage. Just that which is outside of the bounds of the shroud. As you continue, you can successfully purge it from him.
Breathe, Rowan. Breathe.
Things going all right?
We'll find out in a minute.
Let them fall.
I think it's working, maybe. Ah, fuck.
Things are going all right.
Were any of you injured as part of this? Feeling anything unusual, unexpected? Ooh. I'll leave you be until you're done.
Is that all of it?
You can find any more?
No, I don't see any more. Stop.
Didn't work. Okay, examine.
Check him.
Hold on, let's have a look. What the
I don't feel it anymore. I don't see anything.
Make some good news.
Okay. Do you feel any pain anywhere at all? Any soreness? Or any sensation?
Nothing new. Nothing.
Oh, we couldn't figure this out like a week ago. Shit.
Okay.
I didn't see anything left over in the pathways.
We did it. You
We did
halted it.
Holy shit.
Well, I think you guys... Well, I think you six now get to claim to be the best healers in the whole fucking world.
Holy
shit. I'm jealous.
Well, we're not done yet.
Let's give it just a few minutes.
How about one more? Yeah.
Yes.
Make sure that nothing happens once we stopped.
I need some air, at least.
Yeah.
That's...
Someone...
I agree with
Pass
that.
me my shirt, Lorium.
I'm gonna go
What was
clean
that?
off
Where'd you
some
put
more.
it?
Cold.
Could one of you grab some white
Here,
washcloths and some bandages?
There's someone just in here.
Fuck!
Okay.
Captain.
I'm going to go clean up your stuff.
Here's some cloths.
Yeah, I'll bring it back.
Okay.
And 2 rosemary.
What's
We're going to
your
get some sure, thank you.
Erin.
Here.
Apologies, I may have pressed on the burns a bit too hard.
Need bandages, washcloths.
Yeah, over here.
I think we
If
we saved his arm.
anyone who wants their arm fixed, come over. I can patch you up.
Good work.
Here's
You're gonna get your chest cut open in a minute, so.
Not looking forward to that.
So
What
wait.
you got?
Just a little bit.
How'd the process go? Hold on.
We are tentatively optimistic.
Yeah,
Our captain,
I
we have
see
to-
that, but you're mentioning people's arms. Was it sort of like other people took
It's a
the
connection.
hurt?
No.
No.
Ritualistic cutting.
There's a.
Oh, okay.
It's not
I'm
strictly
glad you have to show you around not having an arm.
but
Frankly.
in order to establish a focus and a connection to the patient.
You know, despite being one of the messiest
this.
rituals I've ever seen, I'm so glad.
Petri dish.
in our defense,
And
it wasn't
inside is
supposed to need
basically
to be.
strips of bloody flesh that look otherwise
There's
untouched.
candles
And
and
a bunch of
water
foamy
and shit
black
drawn all over
mess.
the ground, but
There's supposed to be some of that too, to be honest with you.
We'll have to experiment more with that later because
Maybe we can refine it to need less people. But for now.
So we can actually share.
Well, the healthy flesh looks mostly undamaged.
You're okay.
There might be a little.
You okay?
I'm okay.
I'm glad I was beaten to the punch.
We'll give
though.
him a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
We'll try it experimentally, Rin. See if we can use a potion for it. It'd be a hell of a development to give other people. That way they don't need as many surgeons.
It's an ointment.
Ointment?
It has to soak into skin. It has to soak into the healthy flesh. And then you can kind of burn away the occultic. But I imagine burning away vital parts will get you killed. So the healing has to... Yeah, basically the principle y'all were talking about before I went up there.
We can...
so you reinforce the healthy flesh. And...
Oh, so she's making the cancer.
Maybe.
You're
okay.
Okay. Until next, Talia.
Yeah.
Once I get back. Fair warning. It hurts so fucking hell.
Oh, yeah, no. You're going to want to knock me out for that one.
Oh. Okay.
And I don't know if you're going to try this. It's not a cure, but I wager it might assist.
Can't hurt, and we probably need all the help we can get.
Better, sooner, better. Sooner the better. There we go. It needs to soak in. I will let you do that because of where it is.
I'm trying to learn all these things. I'm studying under Lothario.
Hey, you okay?
Studying
I'm
under
alright.
Rowan. How fun is that?
Okay.
His leg.
Gross, but it's
Did you
healthy.
get stabbed in the heart, everyone?
Please don't mind my name. I'm going to observe how this.
Yeah, that's going to suck.
Please. If you'd like to do it, you're welcome. I can't see my own chest, so...
Yeah, but please look up. I'm just going to put it anywhere I see the markings.
I'm just gonna...
Say again?
Oh.
Yes, unfortunately, the complexity of that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like non-medical people here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn.
Sorry.
I just
Yes,
heard the news.
I'm-
I just came to see what's going on.
All right. Well,
Okay, I believe it's been covered.
That's good.
I'll wash my hands.
Did it like a week ago, but
Nice.
It's fine if it works on me. We can grow your arm back.
I was gonna say, I mean,
At some
we kind of burnt you to ashes and you came back. Can't we just like do that again? I don't know how we did that though.
no, because my
Lauren, do you mind if I?
Okay.
you understand
This one we're gonna double up on the healers and surgeons.
like tapestry.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to need
That. Yeah. This is what my tapestry is.
Okay, we're going to need all medical personnel.
Okay.
Let's be quiet. Let's be quiet.
Let's do this already.
Here's the deal, everyone.
Alma, you gotta get back in there, champ.
Heart surgery, not a great situation in the best of times. So, like I said, please try not to kill me.
Now it's our time to take our leave. Let them take care of you. I don't know if there's a role for me here.
Yeah, we're gonna need another healer.
Oh, and this okay.
As many surgeons as we can, as many healers as we can, because this one's gonna be rough. I've got maybe a day left, so it's actually in a lot of me underneath.
I see.
Everyone know what their roles are?
Nope.
Okay.
What do you need from me?
We've got what? Talia and Lorium on surgery.
I don't have surgery.
What's your aid? Your aid spell can do surgery, surely.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Then I'll have
close
that.
enough. Have you ever
Understood.
done internal surgery or observed it?
Observed it once
All
or
right,
twice.
you're watching
Not
this time.
murdered me.
We'll
Got it.
have Malik be the other surgeon.
Can do.
If you would join me over here, then.
Yuki, if you think you can help, you can try.
I've done surgery before, but I don't know.
Someone has to open my actual chest. If you want to be that person, Yuki, go ahead. Also, someone should give me something that's going to knock me out. That means I'm not really going to be here for questions.
Let's we're just letting that ointment soak in, aren't we?
I'm gonna need to get closer.
Yeah, at the moment, but we will need painkillers
Oh, right.
and anesthesia.
Where's the devouring?
Health potion for blood.
Which leg is the devouring in there? Oh, I see.
It basically started about an inch under my breastbone, so that's where the worst of it is, right next to the heart. It's in the heart. It's around the lower part of my esophagus and through a lot of my internal organs. So.
Okay. Sorry I have to stop you all day.
Painkillers.
No, it's, you know. Doesn't have to be big enough, just enough for them to focus with it. Yeah?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I'm not actually going to stab them.
Also, have someone make more of those knives
Yes.
after, because it's not
Okay,
enchanted
you're
per
going to
se.
want to sit up for a moment so you can take this.
All right. How do you feel about heart surgery?
I haven't really worked on the heart before, but I have done internals.
Okay, then we can say Malik does the heart and you do the internals.
Okay.
Should be easy enough.
Let's go this way.
Do you not need me anymore?
No, I mean, we need someone to actually do the surgical part, and I don't think Elenia has ever cut through to someone's... Yeah. So you're going to do the cutting, and then give the knife to Elenia, okay? And then she'll cut further down to the root of the thing, once it's exposed.
Okay. And the rest of our jobs are still the same, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Yup.
Understood?
Take your shirt off.
You, I
I'm
think...
sorry?
I need to cut
Just
your
undo the
chest.
games and no.
You and Rowan are
I need to
probably
cut
going to
your
be
chest.
looking more at like a fourth circle healing spell this time. Apologies for that.
Right.
I'm
And then
guessing,
for
so...
me, what should I be focusing on?
Healing. You're going to help Riley come
Understood.
through after. You are
Here's the knife.
going to be the
So
most
that you can get started.
accustomed to what's going on in the heart, I think. So probably you do that
What do
and
you say?
Riley the rest of the internals.
Understood.
I can
You
try.
need to cut
I'm
her
not
chest open and get to the
that
root of
sort
the
of circle though
devouring.
yet.
And cut it with the
Do what I
knife.
can though.
Anyone else?
I
'Cause I'm
already
gonna
have
be
a knife.
unconscious in a second.
Here's some clean rags.
Okay.
So if she gets the knife, she cuts you open and she hands it back to me, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
she is to expose. You'll see it.
Bloody. Gross.
Yeah.
Cut
Don't
open
worry.
to it, and then Elenia, take the knife and make the same incisions on the others.
On my captain, I suppose. Tell him the good news.
Yeah. Alright. She's out. You guys ready?
I am.
I believe in you.
I am. Alright.
There's a knot of afflicted tissue just below, as she said. It's situated right next to her heart.
Alright.
Okay, get into positions as quickly as possible.
Remember, we all need to be bound with the same knife. If you were to be stabbed.
Guided by divine wisdom, avert death's relentless march by my will.
Evermore, guide my hand.
It's impressive. Okay.
Fuck, that is bad.
Well, don't bother them then. They probably need the concentration.
Similar notes before. The devouring inside of Talia has spread through a lot of her abdominal cavity
How about you?
and a little bit into the surrounding limbs.
Yes, I am fine.
It's mostly beneath the skin. Like before, you're able to burn it away, but obviously more complex.
Are you alright? Good.
Cut it out, bit by bit. Destroy that which devours. By our strength, let you be whole again.
Okay. Stop.
Ah, shit.
Okay, examining as much as I can on the surface.
Is everything that's on the
Is it
surface
gone?
is certainly gone.
Okay, surface is cleared.
I'll do a scan.
Your
just to be
pathways
sure.
look?
Clear.
Clear.
Detect anything else in her?
What was that, sorry?
Anything else that would be detectable in her? Just with a normal healing spell.
Nothing other than just like the spinal injury and stuff that you are already familiar with.
I think she's clear.
She's okay. She's okay. She's okay. She's okay.
Double check my
She's
list.
okay.
Shit. Looks like.
She's okay.
Medic.
Okay. Okay.
Sonny, you can bring in those medications if you want now.
Okay. Well, wait. Yeah, she's good. She's good.
It worked.
We've done it.
It worked. It worked.
And you're now.
Do we want to wake her up with the good news?
No, don't. She's under anesthetic. She has to wake up on her own. Talia.
I mean, a little bit of a stamina potion will give her a good shock.
Sure.
Pep her right up, you know?
Okay.
Alec, can I get out of the corner?
Sure.
Sorry.
Second to breathe.
Oh, I never thought I'd live to see it.
Good fucking work.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
This.
You're okay.
Painkillers.
No.
Oh, shit.
This would have happened for me.
You're okay.
I'm assuming for Talia. Okay.
For y'all.
For us?
You're okay.
Oh shit, that's right. I stabbed everyone in the fucking arm and chest.
Yeah.
Uh,
Come over here for bandages.
no, it is okay.
You're
I guess you've gone through it all before me.
Clean up
It was
with
only
with
two
with
third circles.
Yes.
Yuki, did you also receive the stabbing?
Bastard.
No.
No, she wasn't part of the ritual.
Right.
Sorry, sir.
Here, clean up.
But now we can get you all sorted out.
Fuck. I thought I was gonna lose. Fuck.
I don't need one yet, but I might.
Okay,
Shit.
the one who was stabbed. Clean up?
Sure.
I've got my thinking of.
Fuck.
Healing on it.
Bandage.
I can.
Thank you.
You're okay.
She's okay.
We carried the devouring!
We carried
the devouring! We actually fucking did it.
We did it. We did it.
I believe we can. It's a fucking victory.
You okay?
Yeah.
This is the first step, no?
We did it.
Fine.
So second.
Of many.
Next up, the rifts. Yeah?
This is that we actually fucking did it. Holy shit.
Oh. Cyril's gonna be so happy.
I get to wake him up in a funny way now. He's sleeping in my bed.
Here, if you want to rest at let's look at these cage files.
Very good. I heard from above.
Hey. Hey. You're cured. Talia, who did it? You cheated. You're okay. You're okay.
But you did! You're like the first person ever to do it!
You're okay. Did it.
I suppose so.
We fucking did it.
Defend us their space, shall we?
Okay.
You know what that means, Talia.
Talia!
You're stuck with us for longer. Can't get out of your duties that easily, yeah?
Yeah. Well, you all met people I'm from.
Do you want some painkillers?
Ideally, a lot.
Where are they? You have them? Okay.
Here. Can you get it, or do you want me to get
let
it?
me clear the table.
Okay, Neil. You brought so much more.
Gio gave me them.
Oh. Oh.
You did it. You're the Devouring.
You're okay.
What's left is we need to streamline the system and but still, holy shit.
Here, I'll let you all beat me.
I mean, obviously we have to keep an eye on them. We have to make sure that like things are, we let things progress for time. But
we did it.
You want a shirt? Put your shirt back.
Yeah, sorry.
Amazing.
I did it.
You did it.
You guys did it.
This is the biggest thing ever.
Take it easy.
Come on, let's move.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't imagine that's entirely pleasant.
You guys have done it. It's curable. I mean, obviously we have to keep an eye on them and stuff. Make sure.
Yeah.
If we can do that, it takes so much focus.
You're right, would have been nice a week ago.
Ladies of that skill are few and far between.
Yeah, imagine this is. Wow.
Oh.
Just.
I'll come back and check on you in a little bit.
Okay. Come on, if I don't get for a minute.
This is the biggest step forward we've ever had.
Yeah.
Yes. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
I did want to bring up something urgent to you when you had the chance. Not critically, but I just did.
Do you want anything?
As a possible meeting point in the future.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take away from the success, though. It's been positive.
Show some confidence. Speak. What is it?
So, we have a issue with information security
No.
aboard the ship. We always have this issue. We have to have a meeting about this. This discovery, the fact that it's been happened and how it happened, maybe not to that degree, but
You did good, Talia.
no one
Did so good.
until we can understand it further.
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. Don't.
Gap. It could be a momentary thing. We don't know if it's
Don't.
a solution to down the line until we further understand it. If we spread this out and everyone
Please
understands, we
don't.
only put a further target on our backs. It needs to be a discussion with everyone, so we are all on the same page.
I mean, we won't be landing for like a week or
I
more.
am.
And it'll be
I
in
don't.
the middle of fucking nowhere.
It's not really a matter of urgency. Just I wanted to ensure that it was put on the table.
I am perhaps the most accomplished mage in the world.
And her research.
Well,
At least this.
And it wasn't
if
enough.
it worked, we'll definitely fucking know by then anyway.
You did not know then what you do now.
For hearing me out.
No,
And congratulations again.
thank you. Besides,
It's true.
it worked as well as it looked like it did.
We could not have gotten this far.
It should be celebrated. This shouldn't be something we hide and squirrel away for ourselves.
Not for everyone's efforts.
We
tell everyone.
We deserve the information.
Every
for
single
ourselves,
patient.
of course, at the line, eventually.
Just for this moment.
I just concerned with the.
It was not in vain in any of them.
So,
No. We will all remember every single one of them.
enemies. Do you think? Well, I mean, with all the adversaries we've already faced, not
Do
that
you not
far
think
from
that they also deserve to know this information?
We'll be sure to remember.
I believe they're deserving once.
Yeah.
It's the right time to reveal it. Exactly.
You write their names down as people who
They know we
helped
have
find the
information, they're
cure.
going to do everything in the means to try to utilize it, take it from us. Most. I could not see a scenario where it doesn't happen, where someone other
doesn't need to
entity
be
would
us
take
that
it and
tells it to
utilize it
them.
for. Still.
I could
I'm
not
just
even
concerned.
imagine how this process could be utilized by our enemies to hurt people more than a fucking knife could.
If someone has a way to heal the world, create a solution, wide scale enough that they prioritize to themselves, they don't have to give it to everyone. I'm saying that we. I suppose not.
I think the issue is I'm not seeing the actual threat here.
You did so good.
Maybe threat is an overextension,
We didn't do anything.
but there's both positives and negatives to come from this. There always is. To any of us. Just asking that we be considerate of the possibilities that could be out there. I don't know them all. I'm not a medical professional. I don't know how this whole conspires, but
I got her.
than what it should be.
Yep.
Hey. Here. Take my hand. There you go.
Ooh.
Where is your crutch?
Just here.
Take it easy. Okay, hey. I'm right here. Lean on me if you need.
How bad was it inside?
Pretty bad.
Probably have a
Very.
Even the ones we don't like.
It's not.
Much, please.
I'm not asking us
It's just
to save it for ourselves. Not saying that we don't offer it to the world. Not yet. Until we truly understand it.
Take it easy.
Not just from a week of research. From a comprehensive.
I can carry you up.
I need to
enough to fully grasp the achievement that we've made.
Very much so.
And I'm gonna hold you the whole way.
But if there is some sort of way to buy someone more time, even if it is rudimentary and early in its wake, then why not?
LeBron?
Even if it is explained as such.
Regardless of the risks of someone else trying to monopolize this and hold it that authority over others, I think it's much more important that we try to get release this information to as many people as possible.
If you feel it's ready to, if you really think it's by the point that you feel it's free to share, that you think it's ready to release, so be it.
I mean, that was
I don't know any further beyond.
The ritual was messy. There's far too many people working at the same time.
It relied on
easily, replicatable by smaller groups, which means we need more time to streamline process. See what parts we can do without, what parts are absolutely necessary, that kind of thing.
We'll also need to look into Ren's ointment.
People.
Likely to be important. It relied on it being a group of people that are well familiar with one another, and most of whom have been doing this for a year. If you gave it to 8 people out there, they wouldn't succeed, probably. We took a lot of shortcuts.
My concerns isn't the solution. It's our dissemination of information. It's our lack of security to the information.
Tell you what.
That's why I want it to be so important.
You make a compelling argument that it can be secure. Go ahead. Unless you have a good one. Telling everyone I can when we land somewhere with people. If you want to stop it, you can sharpen your blade. Got it?
If you feel so trusting to it, I'm just making an observation. Tell the world if you wish. Congratulations.
Fucking tired of observations from people who haven't been working on this for...
Ma'am.
Sounds like an Assixian noble trying to keep magic out of the hands of peasants.
Take it easy. As someone that lost her mother to the Devouring, I thank you for your work. And I'm glad that you're standing. Okay.
Thank you. I can't claim all that much credit. I only had some of the ideas. Mostly.
There was a lot of people involved.
It's all came together.
They were good ideas.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is Rowan still in there, or did he go out to celebrate?
He's popped off somewhere.
Okay, congratulations, by the way.
I don't know why I'm getting any congratulations. All I did was not die yet.
Yep. You're probably the first to be that far gone and still have life ahead of you.
Do checks every couple of hours.
We have plenty of time. We are stuck in the sky.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Mantis, do any of you have residual injuries?
Don't worry about that right now.
I healed them.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please don't worry.
I have injuries, but I'm okay. I want to make sure you're okay. Okay?
I mean, I'm not fine, but, I'm not any worse off than I was when my back got broken, so...
Well, I shouldn't even need to say, but take it easy for the rest of the day, huh?
Information security.
No, that was weird.
Information security and not sharing information.
Oddly, you said it came from the concerns of Vecteris too.
Yeah, well, Icterus has consistently made a lot of poor decisions.
I'm gonna clean up a bit back here.
He's pretty good at what he does, but he's not always right.
Less about could you, less about would you, or more about would you.
Armboy got me for some reason.
I also don't feel like Angeal gets that drunk.
Talia!
I often don't
Hi.
drink.
How are you feeling?
We're gonna try and change that tonight.
Miserable.
Oh.
bar.
Anything I can do for you?
Oh,
I think you should try more.
I don't really drink.
That might be a little
Very
better
much so.
than
I think
just...
Thank you, Sonny.
Yeah.
Always.
Survived the Leviathan and the Devouring.
Yeah? Not exactly an expert on drinking alcohol, so.
Oh, no, technically.
Have you seen the Chancellor about?
He's in the
if not, I'll...
my medical.
Sorry.
Still. God.
Well, I
Should
found
be.
out that there's,
Good luck.
you know,
If not, check his office.
We will have to document all this
non-sweet
stuff.
wine.
Make sure you write down everything.
Yeah.
Put it in multiple books.
There's bitter
Yeah,
wine.
spread it as much as we can.
There's a lot of them.
Although I doubt that a lot of people
Did you
can
get any
replicate
water?
us, we should at least
Yeah,
let the
so-
knowledge be out there.
Rip it, meds.
So far, we've been told to wait at
Would you
least
like
a few
any?
weeks to make sure there aren't any
Really good wine
repercussions to
glass.
it,
Fair.
and
So
then
we can
There's a
suppose
lot of
that's
good
fair.
be
wine.
100%.
Still, if it buys weeks, that's still an
That's also
achievement.
true.
Just get some, and we can have it. Here.
Oh, okay.
So we
Sorry.
monitor
Ah,
and
sorry.
go from there.
You're okay. You just had the biggest surgery of your life. Of course you're tired. Sorry for all the questions. I'm just
if you say so.
happy that you're okay.
Garlock said get you. He has Wingy Boy tucked under arm like potatoes.
Wingy boy?
Captain, how much do you want to deal with the team issue?
I'll get you water.
Well,
Let the man rest. He just...
Alright, I'll deal with it. Take me away.
like where our next.
Apparently, it's not a big one. It's not a big one. It's mostly funny, honestly. It'll be
Bye, Talia. I'm really happy you're still with us. I don't know what I would have done without you. Bye.
In like 50 to 100 years.
What separates
The
wine from
ruins.
aged wine?
The aging?
The ruins, I believe.
That's kind of self-explanatory, I guess.
I believe it's
Athens.
But everything has an age.
Thank you. Athens.
Yes.
Athens. The ruins there.
So when does it become aged wine? Is it like a specific year, like 25 or?
It really depends on the brewery.
We'll be
I
making
think.
a stop there to ensure that the ship will be.
So
able to move.
there's cheap wine, which is just kind of made and squished into the bottle and blah blah blah, aged for maybe
You
a
may
year or
have
two,
to
versus
contend
like
with a few of the
wine
travels
that's
there.
been aged for 10
What are you
years,
thinking?
sitting in a barrel
We've done
somewhere.
it before though. and we'll do it
And
again.
then there's even longer than that.
Hopefully we
Yeah,
can just
you'll
do
be-
another
Well, wine is wine. It's just when
hospitality
you age it,
and
it
find
tastes
and relax
better
there for
as
a
well
few
as
days.
Bitter
the
thoughts.
aroma is more
If it
constant.
is possible.
Well, if you find any
Tell
100-year-old
me.
wine, let's take a
No.
drink.
We'll be departing.
That was the cherry wine.
from there, then.
We already drank all that a while ago.
Oh,
I
what?
am
Oh, I didn't get any.
Thinking that I might, yes.
Yes, you
A
did.
week.
We were all drinking
It is
wine
nice.
on the
Decided
island,
as of yet.
remember?
But
I cleaned it.
if I am to
Oh,
go
it's
forward
somewhere.
with
We
what
It's
I
not
have
for
been
mine,
planning,
it's for the ritual.
I will need to
Oh.
I
leave
thought that was the Bombadil stuff.
this place eventually.
I'm just
No,
gonna put it in
Bombadil
there
stuff
then.
would come in like a barrel. We didn't drink some of that sometime. Yes.
I just don't want to leave
Ah, dang, I don't remember it.
an archbishop out in the middle of the desert.
That's
with
okay.
Rosa.
I mean, maybe you didn't. You didn't really
No
like
one but his
wine
own sword.
then. So,
I'm not saying
you know.
because you're not
Super
strong or anything. I just
Alcohol
think
then.
it'd be a stupid
Yeah.
idea, you know, with
Hmm.
all the Vordo, that whole situation.
I wouldn't know.
Perhaps it would be.
Mhm.
I'll have to think more on that.
Oh,
Perhaps
we
I may
could
have
go
to
on.
stay
I
longer
don't know what
until
armor you were in, but it was intricate
you'll
and
arrive
had
at
cool
another one of
Could have
ingredients.
pushed
Cities.
harder.
But we
Yes,
shall
sir.
see.
Couple
For
fewer
now, though,
nights.
I'm staying.
Doing other
There's
things.
nowhere else
Couple
for me to
fewer
go at this
drinks. A
time.
couple.
So
You know what a relic is?
I imagine there will be quite a few
Maybe.
that will wish to question me in terms of
Maybe that
quite a
would
few
have
things that have been
made
going
a
on in the
difference.
corridor.
But you don't know.
If you don't mind, I'd like to be there.
It might have gotten worse in some other
course.
ways.
The armor I was in yesterday.
You don't know.
And I will
right.
try to be as forthcoming with them as I can. Though,
Are you sure you didn't have any of that
I
forget
will
me
have to
juice?
say that some of the information I may have now may be a little outdated compared to
I
what
mean, it was
I
very
wouldn't know.
stressful yesterday.
It's fine.
That's true.
Typically, when you get too stressed, you can
what
wipe.
will happen with Ordo going forward?
It might not have changed
I
at all.
imagine a few things
My
may
mind's
happen.
just kind of elsewhere right now.
One,
I have found that every
to try to
possible way.
rid of the other
I know
Celestials.
you think back to Ulysses,
Most
and I
likely
do
target
too.
the cure
To keep the cure.
Now you look back at your
That was
mother.
the last order I had received.
More
I
do
imagine
you
that will
look
be
back at?
He's getting out
who
anyway.
they target next.
Rebel.
True.
If not that, then Gaia.
I think the same thing.
I do
Well,
not
it's
know
also
if they
because
will
here they'd probably try to
change
But
keep
it doesn't do me any good.
people and then say, "Oh, you can cure."
It just
us, but
makes
others-
me
Would
Trust
obviously
dwell
me, don't
deeper,
be the smartest.
be more
I suppose I
bitter
would be
No,
considered
and
a
we're gonna be
angry
landing soon.
heretic to them.
That's
for
right.
everyone
He and
else,
his
even
son
though
are gonna be
I
landing near
could
the,
have done
As I was
so
in
much,
rather high position within the
but I
Stronghold.
didn't. And
Tell who?
everyone else could have done so much, but they didn't.
Basically,
think I
we're
told
going
him.
to be landing
does bring
near
into
the
question what
ruins
they'll be
because we
doing
gotta work on the
outside
engine
of
and
those two
whatnot.
things.
If word did get
Oh,
out,
right,
They'll be
necessary
continuing
repairs.
their operations
Yeah.
on Estrella, or
we don't want people
if they'll
getting
be moving
kidnapped.
out
However, I
of
also
Estrella
think that when we
entirely
make it back to
with
either
the church.
A6 or anywhere else we go, we should probably tell that information out. I feel like that'd be
Given
important.
how things are and how things are going to be, I do not see
Mm.
many of the higher
Depends how we
echelons
say it.
within Ordo
We could
staying.
I know
offer
you're
to keep
saying
people.
yeah,
No, I imagine they'll be heading
saying
towards
we
but I
have
know
no
you're
Ordo
thinking a lot of
brings
other
too much attention,
things.
we
Tell
lose
me.
to stay safe.
I think the best bet is you just send out a bunch of
But that-
letters all at once to as many nations as possible.
That's stupid.
With probably full
That is what they
instructions
chose
and
to do.
full
That is
whatever.
The realm of Ordo
Mm.
is
The full
unprotected.
requirements.
It has been left
Yes.
open. The gates have been left open.
Indeed. To that,
Well, the
I
Lord
believe
won't
the
sit
reason
happy
for it
knowing you
being
need
is
an
because they
occultist.
needed to offset
Oh no,
True.
absolutely
Or maybe
not.
that'll
some
maybe
of the
that'll
people
undo
that they
some
already have inside of the
some
city.
stigma.
That's also
They
true.
had to let in some people
I'd say hopefully,
to
but
bring balance to the realm.
well, views.
I imagine once
Naive
that is done,
fucking
though,
idiots
and the
over
rest are
there.
brought in, they will close their gates for good.
Then people will change their minds on occultists. No, they'll
Especially
just
once
Who's
they
enslave
most
them.
likely going to be
their-
going?
Who knows? I guess when
That
time
is
comes,
a question
we'll
I still need to
figure
figure
that
out.
out.
Yeah. A lot of
Especially
people
while
are
they're
naive,
still looking into the other
and I find
Inquisitors and
myself
Grand
getting
Inquisitors
angry
as
at
well
them.
as some of the other archbishops around.
I see.
I still do not know who is on what side here. And as I have stated previously, Nonus was the only one I knew for certain was on the side of Estrella.
One of the
You're good?
auxiliaries wants to make a harpoon bomb. An Aether
Whatever that
Tech
means.
harpoon bomb.
I'm not sure if
They
it
want
is
to
good to
shoot
be
it
naive
from
or
the
not.
sight
I haven't
level
figured that
with a
out.
harpoon and stab
should
it
be
into
to
a
figure
rift
out
beast
But
using
sometimes
the
I think
enchantment,
it's
but
not.
only the tip.
and to travel
And
out of
then,
Droza.
There's nothing wrong with
have it
being
explode into
hopeful.
a
To
rift
the
beast.
A6 of
There is
Vithira, I'm
something
not
wrong
sure
with
which
being
one yet.
stupid.
And
Sounds awesome.
figure out where their
Yeah,
intentions
but
lay.
he
I
Yes.
lied to
kept
everyone.
making
I
a
told
point
them
of,
that
it
we'd
needs to
figured
be
it
on a
all
rope
out,
with
but honestly,
strings
the
so I can
ritual
pull it
shouldn't
back.
really have worked at
But
all.
he also wants it like
you
a
are
button
deemed a
on the
heretic,
tip
Like
of
I
the
said, if it were
harpoon.
anyone but
within
the
all
people
And when I
we'd
brought up
used,
that
it
if he
wouldn't have
drops
worked.
it, it's
What
probably
happens to
just
the
going to go
rules?
off.
But if I
As
told
we
them
see
that,
to
it wouldn't have
the
worked.
Inquisitors who are now dead. What about those?
I imagine those positions will be
Well,
half-assed.
left open for quite a while.
Cobbled
until they are
together
able to be
bullshit.
sealed.
Are they part of the Ether Tech team?
2 Grand
No.
Inquisitors.
Maybe,
Well,
That's good then.
maybe. They might be.
but it
Their
worked.
loss is a huge blow
What would
already.
auxiliary? Do auxiliaries technically count on being
three
a part
of
of
the
the
10.
Aether Tech team?
That means
or
7 still
division?
remain.
Or
They're
would
brought
they
here for
just
some reason. No?
count as
That
already
also
working
means
kind of like a professor?
That only 7 remain that
Uh,
can
It might have
Not
been
sure.
that.
Actually, that's a good question.
It was the effect of they believing more. If you add more to it.
That if they do know how to do with Aetherite, they're probably working on the Aetherite team or whatever else.
I believe it's called a
If you guys run anything like
Dobler
how Alchemy
effect.
does, they're a full-fledged member of the department itself.
Okay.
Or finding a way to
Like Robert basically ran Alchemy alongside me.
some of the people
He was
that
basically
stand
same
with
level.
Estrella instead of that of Arena.
Got it.
Yeah. So
Makes
then
sense.
you
That will be
just like the professors.
the best way forward.
Mm-hmm.
If we can unite those people
Did
all
you
together,
know that the green
we could
funny
try to
one
stop
is the
Ordo
older brother
in its
to the
tracks
tall
with trying to
blonde
attack
one,
the other
Wayne?
Celestines, trying to kill
Huh.
them.
I don't believe
I
you.
didn't.
Hey.
I didn't believe it at
Sorry
first.
if I'm
and
interrupting.
They kept saying that they were siblings, and literally corrected people on it. So
Sorry if I'm
I was just
interrupting.
going along with it.
You're all right.
How are you
I don't
feeling?
believe them. I thought
It
you
will
did.
mean though,
But then
Like
again,
half my
I-
insides
there
got
will
cut
be
out.
schism within the church.
And put back in?
Well, yeah,
Maybe
but
it could be that different.
still
But
hurts
still
like
from
a
the same
real
family.
fucking
Given-
bitch.
Sure, I said
I'm,
something. I imagine that was going to happen no matter what.
I'm not sure. I guess it kind of depends.
There's no way, and no
I
doubt
know in
in
my
my mind
family,
that there are many within Ordo that do not
they
agree
don't
with what is
really-
occurred.
I'll get
We've
you
been
more
moving
wine.
so
Much
quickly
like
for so
yourself.
long.
It's really
Most
hard to
likely
say.
are still fighting.
Because I think my family does things a
against
little
that.
differently. You're kind of expected to
They could be brought to
marry someone
our
that's
side, to
at
the
least
Australian
around the
side.
same
They could be
type as
reasoned
Virka.
with, talked out of
That makes
doing
sense.
heinous things that they have been. And
But
seeing
usually the
what
Do you
child
need
takes
anything? I know
after one or two of
Yuki's
the parents.
definitely got you.
Like, you know,
Drugs?
This is what I need to do.
No.
cats Virka
Good on those,
and
I think.
dogs
I had a
Virka
whole
got
mouthful of
together, they would have
painkillers.
cat
They're
or dog
helping. But
Virka children.
I could get more fun drugs.
So maybe they've got two radically different parents.
The fuck?
maybe another time.
Okay.
Archbishop.
Your captain's
Or
a
maybe one of
fucking
them's
idiot.
adopted.
Yeah.
What is it?
And if you go into an older place,
What do you do now?
talk about having
Thinks
a mind.
information security being a problem needs to extend to the cure.
Those aren't a thing anymore.
He's right that the cure as it
I
is
know,
now
that's
isn't
why
going to
I'm saying
work.
we could
I
go
basically
the
was
older
bullshitting everyone the whole time. It honestly shouldn't have.
Why would you even bring that
As
up?
far as I can tell, theory-wise, I don't think it would have worked if it were any other group of people. Generally, you'd want
We had talked about
ritualistic
Well, I'm glad you get
cleansing,
a laugh out of it.
markings, candles, incense, cover all
If
the
you wish to
senses, that
leave
sort
the
of
church,
thing.
That is your choice, and I'm
You remember
fine
that,
with
NGO?
choice.
Climbing the book.
I
Why do you
will
think
find
it
the
won't
book
work
of
for
the
others?
Because they've not been trying to
Your
do it
path is your
informally
line.
for a year and
As long as
change.
it is
They'd probably
to
figure it out
the faith.
eventually, but
Teach him,
You
right?
like climbed upon
we'll just
the
make it
eagle
better,
and
but
Calum to grab the book from
However,
the top shelf, I think.
if you do wish to stay with
And then
Ordo,
they collapsed down anyway.
But the idea that we
You
should
can still work on
keep it a
information
secret because we're not sure how best to
time.
disseminate it, he can go fuck
Different
himself.
times indeed.
If he wants to die on that hill,
Oh.
I'll happily put him in the
then
ground
as
on
I
it.
had said to you,
So he
when
doesn't
you had arrived
want
in
to spread
Halsten,
that information?
you may become Inquisitor.
I think I'm gonna have to have words with my captain.
He seemed to move aside when I made that clear, but
happening? I've been seeing what you've been doing.
You're not gonna cook
I
them,
think
are
it was just the thing he
Even a few
brought up.
tests here and there.
And
I won't come for the throat at first. I'll figure out where he stands and then
Walk that way.
bite his throat out adequately.
Truly, what balances you.
I have glitter on my nose.
Hanging out with Caleb?
Yes. And he put my finger up to mine like did that, and then I got
Did you guys
glitter
touch
off my
nubs?
nub. No, we didn't touch nubs, but the,
What is a
we did like compare
I always
nubs.
knew there was like some sort of like thing going on there. The way you two will stare at each other and just go, hey.
He's the biggest.
Settle
That
on.
makes sense.
But in the end, that is all up to you.
Okay.
And you alone.
Like again, only if we had to, which we're not.
You touch
going to.
nubs.
Only if we
What
had
do you want from me?
I will touch nubs with anybody. It is funny.
Only if we had to, but we're literally not going to have to do that.
Theoretically.
Thank you
like,
both, by the way.
worst comes to worst.
If one of them dies, I'll eat them instead.
Wish I could have done something sooner.
Huh?
What? Wait.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. The eating people.
Let's just hope we don't crash land again.
You are my sister. I won't do anything for you.
Food.
Actually,
In reason.
What are you talking
a segue from that comment. Did y'all tell me yesterday you had the Devouring?
You were there when we were talking.
Oh, I was there.
Yeah, but it was a long and busy day. You did to wake up and not know why you were there in the middle of the hallway. Are you having memory issues?
There's a big part of yesterday that's missing, apparently, the more I'm asking around. And it's not liquor's fault, because apparently no one saw me drinking.
Crack over head wounds?
Rowing already did. Nothing major.
Can I check your pathways? Just to knock everything out. Because I don't know what this place.
Barrett, or his sister about
I don't see anything.
I'm not quite sure if the general actually died yet.
That's good to know.
Figure it out.
Wait a minute. Is that the next time
I do not know if the general lives or has been killed.
I don't know, just have someone watch you, I guess. Keep an eye on you. Especially at night.
I do not wait inside. Perhaps. Or he was in the stronghold proper.
Maybe you're sleepwalking.
Given I was asleep face down outside of Aquadorm, maybe.
He might be
Or
rather.
I'm gonna lift you.
It is a possibility.
But I was just curious. Just confirming some stuff I heard. That's all.
I'm hearing a lot of shouting.
Do you think it's just because
Alright, how do I do this? I just like up and down, right? You told me up and down, I would assume.
Like a toddler, so maybe this is
That's kind of cute.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
There we go.
They take after each other so much.
Alright, that's what I was just thinking.
It's pretty good.
That's a great workout.
This is what I like to watch. Because it is cute.
You like to watch them be cute?
I don't know.
Yes. It is cute.
I thought I'd have no choice, asshole.
And also in my room sometimes.
It's just
so
so
I can't
easy.
like help it.
You set me up so easy.
I'm thinking. I can't see. You tell me. Alright, up a little bit.
No, I'm kidding.
Up, okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Alright. Up. Help me away.
Not cardio.
One last time, can I get you anything?
Why in the kitchen though?
You've watered.
There's a whole room dedicated to fighting in combat. Why do we here?
You keep right to the food.
Emergency food. He's gotta stay in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You murdered?
Cornish is gonna make
Hey, what's up?
Thoroughly is what I'm talking about, not Ritesh. Ritesh did nothing. Get involved. First off, he's not a fat Florry, he's just rotund.
I'm glad that you're alive.
Oh my god.
I could do
Pretty
that.
fat, I mean, look at that.
Me too.
Really easy for Lotus. Surprisingly
I'm really getting somewhere. Pretty fucking good.
Why did you do that?
I'm glad you're okay.
They're rotted as well.
Group hug. Okay.
You're gonna need to get up. You're gonna wanna go put some
Hi.
salve on that.
Hi.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't.
I've tried. I've tried everything.
Break.
Get some lotion.
Oh, okay.
When you're inside and you normally rub it on.
Don't
Yeah.
try. It's just rotted,
We have to get
okay?
you some aloe.
And use their body.
Oh no.
I've tried that. It doesn't work.
And there goes Rowan.
It doesn't work at all.
Get your gloves. Gloves.
Gloves, no, because they go for the nails and it hurts.
Okay,
Fingers
we
are
can
close.
like get you those gloves that have like the tips that are like free, so your hands can still stay warm.
Fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
Talia?
There you go. Look at these.
I hear a chance to get rid of some of this moisturizer I made.
That's actually a really good idea.
Clogging up out.
Moisturizer?
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Here,
Yeah. Thanks for the idea, Murtash.
about what Lefranc was saying before. I got some clarification from him, and it sounds like one of his main worries is that if other parties learn that we have this information along with all our resources, that we might become a bigger target for other people. So after talking with him and Caleb, I figured that if we're going to spread this information, it is going to have to be fast, like across the continent and preferably across the ocean.
Oh right, yeah.
That way we can try to
Oh my god.
Spread the cure before tyrants can stop it or to control who else has that information.
Keep my hair warm. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nah, look at that. It's got mats and everything.
If we get it to the right people, if we get it to Pendlebury, it'll spread throughout A6. They'll share it with probably everyone but Palvindor, but their spies will get it fast enough.
Alright. Okay, rat tail. Okay.
One of the worries, what's
Why am I being bullied?
golems that they were using.
To be fair though, his kind of looks like a weed,
weren't they made
and his hair
from,
still goes down.
So some of the Devouring.
Yours is like you took two strands
that was one of the worries that came
wrap them around to the back of your head.
They might try to purposefully control the rate at which people are cured or devoured.
Yes.
Probably.
And so I had to cut it off.
Realistically, what's going to happen is every major kingdom is going to enslave a couple of occultists, keep them locked up somewhere, keep them under guard.
Oh,
Can't prevent that.
I just thought of that even
No real point in trying. The information is going to be the information.
In their hair.
I figure, like I said, Pendlebury doesn't really have any reason to hoard it. Everyone on the rest of their continent, but for Palvindor, is advantaged by having it. They're losing the battle against the rifts there.
Where'd we go?
That would have been a way better insult.
Maybe we are still in touch with the setting sun.
That would make them for like temporarily like.
I don't trust them. But
Temporarily like a.
If they have a wide presence in Favira.
I think your hair looks good.
Regarding the size of a creature and how you scale it up.
Sinclair seemed good enough, but there's the ambiguity about the pirates, and then there's the situation with Tau.
Double your height. We could quadruple your
But
express interest in something with me.
Shall we talk? Okay.
It'll be easy enough to spread.
Yeah, so it's just like one double, right? So just one.
He is right that we can't spread what we have right now. I'm pretty sure that the ritual we did. I didn't say this in advance because I think it would have confirmed the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure that as written, it wouldn't have worked for any group of people but the ones that we had.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying he didn't now. I'm saying like in a dire emergency where most of us have died.
Rituals are supposed to be more formal than that. You add a lot more elements to create the more strong bond between the casters. That's what the cut did, but that's sort of shorthand. That should really be like one of about 6 steps. Like I said, I didn't have time for an incantation. Ideally, there'd be some sort of whole speech, basically. Much like any spell. But
I mean, look how big that one is.
we had a bunch of people who have been trying this for a year, so I...
Same like length and weight as your dash.
Yeah.
I prefer maybe.
Yeah. So with prior experience and knowing each other.
Yeah.
I understand.
They're just like lightly.
Wouldn't be the same.
But that stuff is relatively
Technically, it's more tender.
easy to work out.
We're not eating people.
I figure most competent mages could figure it out if they had enough to be working with. Certainly, I mean...
Actually, it's probably
Well, I suspect you or Lothariel or someone else would be better at finishing that research anyways than me, but...
I don't know, they asked if I was buff. but-
Goodness gracious.
They asked if I was buff, but I took off the shirt.
I mean, also you're just like describing.
By the way,
Exactly. So that's.
Great.
I personally thought it was
just
real after we showed up
to
there,
clear
and that was,
some
like,
things
my
up
first
on a
conversation I had with
person to
somebody.
person thing.
And then these are my grandma's.
Yeah.
This is like the only gold.
It might be good to clear things up with Lefron. He seems pretty
that someone's been like carving for an
But
entire
when you
life.
said that he felt so strongly about stopping you that he could pick up a blade, he felt that you were actually like challenging him to a fight.
If he insists upon the information not getting out, then that is what it would take for him to stop me.
Remember kiss big man.
I did mean it. I intend to disseminate the information once we have something that can be disseminated. If he wants to stop me, he can try.
I don't know. I think people's gamma systems got wrecked yesterday.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and I'll relay what you told
I
me.
think my turn around to be one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Inferior.
I was actually just
Thank you.
I mean, I prefer just being naked, but
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't? But
yeah.
Also, who are you to judge? You're like every day slutting it up with those things.
Didn't want to interrupt, but
I'm not the one who has to wear uniform.
happy you're still alive.
I don't got no gamma.
Good to see that you're still kicking.
Have you ever considered putting it on?
I mean,
I have a pretty strong track record of not dying, and I'm glad to keep it on.
Because you were naked.
You're Drozen. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a very specific.
Maybe it sounds like a fucked up question, but I am genuinely a little bit interested.
Oh
No, that's Malik.
How do you feel and how did it feel?
This region.
Well, I was unconscious for most of it, but right now I feel like someone cut out most of my insides and put them back, and that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
It is...
That does sound like...
Everyone was awake for a little.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I said someone should put him out, but I mean, you know, what was I going to do, walk over and get the anesthetics? Yeah, you sure did.
I am sorry, I am not like the anesthetic one. Do what's required.
What does that mean?
I'm not going to explain it.
How's your...
I thought that was
Despite
a term we only
this,
use for fur box.
how's your leg feeling? How's walking feeling?
Still pretty much
Well, I'm not gonna
useless.
unpack that one.
That's not going to get
Useless
better.
is not the word. Use is not the word I would describe it, but you'll still have your use.
For reference,
I'm just...
the gutters are located lower than where you.
Maybe it sounds weird to say coming from a Bronson, but I was actually worried for you a little bit. I'm happy you're still kicking.
I'm gonna be real. I heard udders this
With
whole
one leg.
time.
He's got udders?
No, not others.
As I said, even with one leg, you can still kick a lot of people in the nuts, so you'll be fine.
Did anyone give
Of
you
course,
the
I know you
honest
got your team.
version of what we saw when we were leaving?
Just pointing to his middle ab.
The V.
Feel free to. At this point. As shit as it is.
I know, I understand.
Again, from what I heard from people, not even my father showed up. Don't know if there was a body or anything.
But if they were locked into the stronghold, there was nothing outside but rift beasts.
You could have tricked me, and I could have fallen down the stairs again.
There's not a lot of people that knew about it,
Nowhere
but
naval area.
we did have a back exit. It was small.
I don't know anymore.
Only a couple people knew about it. Maybe they got out of it. That's...
Anyway,
I don't know.
I didn't want to wear a shirt today.
Maybe this sounds weird to say, come from the fact that, I mean, my sister is safe. That's the main person I care about.
Everybody's still pretty fucked up today.
I'm just pissed about the fact that over how many years of supplies were in that vault, and now it's all gone to shit.
Yeah, please don't eat the
I've
Friday.
practiced that for a while.
I'm kind of fond of them.
Thank you. No one's
Well-
fighting with them. I'm just saying, in an emergency, they'd probably.
We're alive.
I mean, in an
Best we
emergency,
can do,
I'm more
right?
likely to eat Murtash than the Ferrari.
Mertis is awesome though.
We didn't lose anyone.
You don't know where he's been, don't eat that.
Way too
Not of
late.
us. And like you said, your sister got a...
I think he's a good meal. You don't know
Look
what
at,
he's
look at
being
this
worth a
man's
lot.
take off your shirt again. Look at that BMI.
Yeah, I know. But
I know
like,
it might not be the worst time.
just a
It
good
might be the worst time to
tenderizer,
talk
just
about
go
it
at
again.
for like a few minutes.
I'm sorry for your mother.
Soak it
I
in like
never
a
said
nice
it when it
garlic
happened.
rub.
Why do you
I
tell
was too
me?
busy
Where they just kind of
getting kicked around by my father. But
And then they just jam it
Can you go
down
get it for me?
before putting it through a
from what I've
blender.
seen, she had balls, and
Can you go get it for me?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
at least from what I've seen, somewhat of a good woman. You might have a different opinion, but she seemed like it.
And if I land
I
too
never
hard, I
actually
might shake the
looked
ship
at my
because I'm
trash.
so nubbins.
Well, yeah, actually,
But for her,
going
I would
down,
just
it's
be like the
probably
rest of
dropping a
Magnus.
cannonball.
Oh my god, you're good.
Like I said, if we made him twice his size, he would be quadruple his weight, and the weight would destroy.
I know you have an entire team backing you up, but if you need anything
So,
extra while they're busy,
First, you're saying he can handle
don't
it?
be afraid to reach out, alright?
Yeah.
Huh?
Good.
What's he handling?
You gotta work out. If you want
You really got a fucking cure.
all of it.
Still have to see what's happening, long-term effects, but you really got a fucking cure.
We check every couple of hours for the next couple of days, see if it occurs. Might be there's some small speck.
I mean, that's about the. I'd say that's about the limit.
We'll hope.
Gonna do it.
If it reoccurs, then at least we can hope for at least a couple of days of peace.
Not like
a statistical outlier.
You take
Could always use a couple of days of peace, honestly, after that.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
island.
They were like,
Take off your
they
shirt?
were like yay big though, weren't they?
Yeah, but they were like big.
Oh yeah, they were pompous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
To be fair, it's not only that they were pompous. The entire table was full of food every morning.
I was gonna pull you aside. You want
Yeah.
to bunk for a small moment?
Oh, was there other fat Raleigh who cooked?
Wasn't there a whole point in time where,
Yeah.
Way before your time.
like, the whole island was eating fish,
The
though?
first one, right?
Oh.
Like, everyone complained about this for weeks after I arrived.
I
Yeah.
have notes for fish coffee.
What the hell is fish coffee?
Fish coffee.
Something Bombadil made, apparently, from the dark
right.
times.
It's a crime that only
That's
we really
horrifying.
noticed that.
I noticed.
That's a good
All I
question. How
remember
much
is
food
being
do we
shown the
have on board?
beehives And then told that they were like stinging
I
people,
gotta be
and
here
then
for everything.
literally the professor came
They
up,
do.
Professor Mordred, and was like, "Yeah, they're all dead."
Oh, one of them landed
I'm assuming one of the people
Yeah.
who cook are keeping like, track of it.
I remember that.
Up here?
Like we are keeping track of the medical supplies.
I tried to steal honey
I'm getting
once.
pissed off just remembering it.
What?
Oh.
What happened to all the bees?
Oh, that
I
is
can't
right.
remember. Somebody killed all the fucking bees.
I know that like
Beehives.
Neil killed like the last of them and then buried them and gave them a funeral. What?
We had bees long after Nil was off the island.
Well, no, I'm meaning
I was
like
gonna
the.
say, I was
I
taking
think he
care of the
found
bees
some
for a
that were
bit
left
there.
over in the box. They probably were already dead, but he said he accidentally killed them, and so then he buried them. However,
Oh,
he was
this is-
also like a little loony.
I mean, like, when we went to Linvale to deal with the, and then there was the, when we went back to Linvale last winter, there were bees there. There were bees in the
No, I'm
hives.
not saying all the bees were dead. We were talking about the specific bees that they had in those boxes or whatever they were.
That's what I'm saying.
Thing. Yeah.
Gaia.
Because I tried to steal honey to trade with
That makes sense.
Linvale. I can't even remember
Aerial
why.
pollinators.
I don't know if it counts as stealing. I lived in a place and they had honey, and I wanted some of the honey. I didn't ask
You would
first.
technically be stealing from the
honey, or did you have to
bees?
pay for the honey, or did they give you the honey?
I just went to try to take it and got stung a whole bunch.
Okay.
I had
You know
Amber
what,
pull
that
the
makes a lot of sense.
stingers out of my head.
There was this really like tasty spot I used to just full of honey, and I used to just go take it, but I would just keep getting stung as I was eating it.
Yeah, because you didn't deal with the bees. You just kept eating the bees, probably.
It was crunchy honey.
Smoke them out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took me a while to get through that whole beehive.
Oh. Oh, man.
You know,
I think I've discovered what happened to the bees.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you took the
This
back
explains
road
so
to the
much.
like cemetery, there was like a little alcove that you could go into with like a tree and a small pond.
Yeah.
That was quite nice.
And this where we like would get like
I miss the
butterflies and
land.
stuff.
Yuki and I used to go there a lot.
I know
You
it's
don't
only
like
been
being in the
I know
air.
it's only been a day. Oh, be nice.
I mean, considering what was at that land, I don't see how you could miss it at all.
Not that land, but like this. Huh?
You know, I kind of wonder what the island would have looked like when not winter. I never got to see it.
Same.
The same,
only
but
ever saw
green
it when it
instead
was
of white.
snowy. Yeah,
I
but,
don't
like,
have that kind
what
of
good is-
imagination.
What color are the flowers? What
Yellow,
color
all
do the
kinds.
trees
white. It was
turn?
very beautiful.
I mean, it's
Even
still a little
fall
difficult to
leaves.
tell exactly what it was supposed to look like all the time because people kept pissing off the Fae, and then they would make the water all terrible, and then, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Or like who?
Did y'all
I
just
just
make
remember that like
problems
for some
before
reason
fighting
the
rifts?
The professors had a
Well,
grand
there was,
scheme
like-
to lie to all of the students in order to convince the Fae that we were being kept happy appropriately.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
This is like
Did you not know about this?
2 weeks
No.
after we got to the island. Yeah, there was this whole scheme. Ventus figured it out, and so they've told us that we had to lie to everyone else, otherwise the Fae would hate us and punish us or some bullshit.
Wait, about...
You remember that first festival we had after you arrived?
Yeah?
Yeah, that was the whole scheme in order to convince the Fae that we were being treated well and thus to be kept happy.
Oh.
Was I there for that? I remember.
Well,
this.
I mean, we were being that
No.
festival was great.
I think I might have been told the story of it. That's why.
Dude,
Yeah.
Didn't you get shot with fireballs running the obstacle course?
I called
There were a
bullshit,
lot
and
of
Skyat pulled
festivals.
me aside and basically said, if you don't lie, all of your friends are going to get hurt.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Did that happen to me?
Skyette, as much as she was
thought you
very
told
nice
me
in a
that
lot of
happened to you.
ways, was very strict on a lot of
I think
things.
I blocked that one
And
out.
I don't
That
know
one's
if
in the
she was
vault.
like honest, because after all, she, for the longest time, is the reason
don't
I
go in the
thought you
vault.
guys tried to poison your teammates.
Horror story.
Yeah, she's the reason we
the
thought that we
professor.
tried to poison our teammates.
Yeah, it was probably a terrace.
What I understood at the time,
Yeah.
that festival was like a peacemaking thing. It was.
Yeah, that was the
a-
lie, apparently. We
I
got
don't-
told that that was a lie that was being told to the students in order to convince them that they should be happy and, you know,
Wait,
yeah.
By who?
Skyette and someone? I feel like Neller might have been there, but I might be misremembering.
Would they have been fucking with you?
No.
'Cause
No,
from
like,
all
I
I
called
was
them on
aware
this,
of-
and Skyette was real pissed at me, and then I was like, well, I'm just going to keep saying what I'm saying and, you know, doing whatever.
possible that they
And
were
so
just
she pulled
wrong,
all of
and
Ventus
they thought
aside
that was what
and
it
had a whole different... Listen, I don't know, but there's a reason that I've had a asterisk attached to everything that the professors have said for a long time.
Yeah, no,
Even if
this
they
is
were
this
wrong,
is news to me.
like-
I thought that
Yeah.
was just like, you know, making peace and friendly with the local spirits.
Don't touch his nub.
Well, you're the only one who gets to touch knobs?
I asked permission first.
Ren,
You wouldn't have
Look at
known
my
if you did.
knob.
What? Huh?
samples.
Oh, thank you. Perfect
Mhm.
timing. I need to go to alchemy, everyone. Sorry.
Oh, bye.
Okay, goodbye. Touching somebody's nub and then running off. That's wild.
It is also painful when you touch somebody's nub.
Yeah, it's not.
Because your finger wasn't amputated cleanly.
Remember when you woke up in our dorm bathtub?
Yeah.
No, I meant like
Yeah.
like even just like touching a normal
I think I
like
woke up in
his
the
nub, it would be
more awkward
painful. Like
sequence.
phantom shit.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
that,
You
yeah.
get to
Yeah,
feel it
that doesn't
there.
really happen anymore.
Yeah, which is good.
It weirdly stopped pretty much when we left the island.
Are you okay?
Phantom pain.
Fucking arm was on fire.
That's not good.
Give me a couple of weeks. We can get it back. Maybe. We'll see if it works.
I mean, it worked with Helma, didn't it? Or...
It worked with Helma, and it worked with Elenia's eye, but it didn't work on my leg. So we'll see if it works on my spine, and...
Yeah, if there's anything I can do to help, Malik, just let me know.
I mean, we haven't planned for your spine, so...
I don't know. Probably not,
Yeah,
but I can try.
Problem with the spinal surgery is that I would need several weeks of recovery where I'd be bedridden, and we can't really afford for us to be bedridden.
Well, I mean, we're going to be flying for a bit, and then we're going to be resting in Cotton.
Yeah, when has that ever gone well
and then
for us?
probably flying for like another few weeks.
That would be a great time to do it if the other thing doesn't work. Listen, if people want to stop having me spend my magic on fixing my spine, I'm happy to fix other people's shit.
Maybe fix your shit first.
This is where we're back to me fixing the spine, and thus not doing the bed rest thing. Crazy how that happened, twice. With you in the conversation, both times, both of you.
What?
And just do the bed rest and spine at the same time.
Well, I can't do the bed... The bed rest needs to happen anyways, as best I can tell. Okay, so here's the thought.
I think I am just confused about what the fuck... What is the order of events?
We need to fix my spine surgically. And then I'm going to magically heal it using the shit that I do, which I think will allow me to bypass most of the stuck in a bed for weeks on end aspect of it. I'm still going to need to be stuck in bed for a while, but because it takes a long time to cast a couple of dozen fourth circle spells. I can maybe get 6 to 8 done in a day if I don't do anything else. And that's pushing it. It's a lot of energy. Basically, I'm just, like, fixing a whole limb all at once in one go, which is really not how magic is supposed to work. But you know what? If you dump a bunch of energy into something, you can get a lot done. Pretty sure that's how Luca gets most of his shit done. I don't really understand how he does his stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never asked him on it. I'm gonna be real. Every time he explains it to me, it just sounds like...
So, maybe change the plan.
Yeah, just do it over and over and over again, and everything's okay.
Enough for, like, not everybody, but people who want it. So
It's just
might be really good for everybody.
He's not one of our most accomplished magical theorists.
Obviously, but I think making enough for everybody would be good. Sharing.
What? Sorry? Do you mean what I do?
Never gone, like, in
No, I mean, look, isn't it just like
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
building the spell, testing it, practicing it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm just meaning, like, he can do it to such a degree that I will watch this. He just gets absolutely backlashed and then somehow just gets up, and I do not understand it.
Not just 2 people. That's still doable.
oh,
I was gonna do that anyways because I wanted to.
Okay.
that doesn't seem healthy.
No.
Alright.
Have you ever seen him after? He's got, like, electrical burns all over his body. It's a whole fucking mess.
It's either that or it's a grime. I don't know, because he just kind of washes it off.
It could be both.
Probably. I
don't know. Angeal does all your guys'
like,
healing, I
only do it,
think.
like, a couple times. I haven't seen him a while, but like when we were doing our not pre-war games, we were all in the arena because we were teaching us how to stay in order and everything else like that. When we did a small fight against Ignis, he just kept going.
He likes mushrooms, by the way.
I didn't know.
He's gonna block his wells at some point, and then he'll learn his lesson. But, you know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, the tomato. I forgot about that. I'll be right back.
Well, I also just don't know if he's just failing the spell or not. He just...
I mean, you generally don't put tomatoes in
just keeps going.
It's like a big old broth, and then you cook the stuff individually. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Like it ends
No
with
idea.
Yeah, if people want
Anyway, I think I'm gonna go lay down.
maybe use the broth, and then just like
Enjoy yourself.
for people to cook themselves in the broth.
I'll be right back.
Bye.
Get that meat.
You want potatoes?
What don't go in hot?
I don't think they go in.
Somebody moved my fork.
In my head, hot pot's just a
And I
big
am
food,
sad.
so I don't know.
How dare they?
It's a big ol' it's like
Right? This
It's time to put a new one back, Olivia.
stock or the soup in a rolling boil.
I mean, you kept it
At some
there for
point, I'm
what,
just
9
going
months?
to cover the ship.
And you cook it yourself. You like cook it.
Just put it back.
He's
It's
been
never,
there
it
for
was
a
never
while.
gone.
I don't think Lothariel has found the fork that I put in his bed yet.
Okay, awesome. Just
Oh my word.
who likes what? We'll have it on the side.
What?
It's under his mattress.
Rosewood's version of a hot
Wait, oh, what did you say? What is
He
on his
put the
mattress?
fork in Lothariel's bed
Why would you do that?
because it is funny.
I mean, I guess, but also, like, how long has it been under there?
Like right after I put the fork there a long time ago, so many months.
That is impressive, and he's never noticed.
Neither has she.
I've noticed.
I think you knew about it because I think I told you. But I don't think you
honestly
found it.
could be.
At some point when he changes his like mattress or sheets, he's going to find it, and it's going to be so funny.
Yeah.
Like, was I eating in bed last night or something? Or was I eating in bed Wait, no, that wouldn't make
Something along
sense.
those lines.
What?
I should put one in his leg. No, wait, that's too mean.
What?
That is
No,
actually
that
what
is
he
mean.
uses.
What?
You can't do that. You can tape it to his leg.
You could do that.
That would be funny.
Just tie it.
His leg's
Not
already
actually
kind of in
damage the
rough
leg.
shape. Probably best if you didn't.
Yeah,
That is right, yes.
Mm.
I can carve him a new one. I can do that. And then tape a fork to it.
Wait, carve him a new leg?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a carver.
We don't have any like sauces or
Yeah.
like condiments to dip with it. I think just making the broth really flavorful.
How are you feeling, Talia?
will make up for it. Yeah, we can
Pretty awful. But I'm not dead, so we'll take it.
Oh, were you told where the Lothariel is?
Yeah, you mentioned.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Do you need help?
If you want me to move him, let me know.
Yeah, let him rest. I'll wake him up later.
Okay.
He needs to sleep.
He did go through a lot, so...
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'll just
burns like
snuggle
that
up
are no
against
joke.
him when I go to bed at night.
A big dinner for everybody. We're making hot pot.
Like I said, I'll wake him later.
Celebrate, during the hour and also just getting out.
If I haven't done it by the time you go to bed, just sleep in my bed and we'll figure it out after. What?
You know what hot pot is?
That was the plan.
Okay.
Not really. No, it's like a big rolling thing of broth or like stock, and then you like have like
Well, I bet, yeah.
stuff on the side.
People like to talk. The Fae especially. Even if the proclamation only makes it to a few years. I'll spread across the courts, and then I'll spread across the different realms fairly quickly as well.
Right.
But,
Okay.
again, that's if the idea even works.
I'll be honest, I've only really used it on spirits and divine entities so far. We were going to try something different. So I guess we'll see how that goes. But I never really tried living things.
It would be good to know the full extent of what you are capable of in terms of
Did you say something
connections
like-
to others.
It's always up and about.
That's good. When we did the connection to Carcosa, I was able to. I guess lately it's been more powerful, maybe because things are unraveling. When we did the ritual to Carcosa, I was able to see these horrible, disgusting rat creatures. They were like.
If anyone on the team dies, I don't know why. Unless the
concern I have every. You looking for right now, Lucia? Oh, she's already run off. Any of you. And so I do cherish. When we make it in the end, we celebrate. Are you looking for your team right now?
Man. I mean, Talia.
Them around the box.
Talia's just fine.
Habits. Sorry.
You're fine.
And just feel together. Feel
Why is everyone hiding in the bunks? What's going on?
emotion is.
What's happening?
Yo.
I was just told that the whole rest of the team are just hiding in the bunks.
How are you holding up?
What's up?
You shouldn't ask me that.
And yet, here we are.
Are you holding up?
Tired. Sore. I'll probably sleep before too terribly long.
Is your leg working?
Talia, where's Talia?
I think it's just cramps.
Rowan?
They can figure
Or
it out.
Vesper? Sorry, not Rowan.
The Devouring is coming back on Rowan. We
What do
should
you
go
mean
to
it's
medical.
coming back on what?
It's showing up again. The signs are starting up again. We should get you to medical. Just come down here, okay? It might. The Archbishop spotted it.
Okay. Probably we just missed some.
Right.
I have some.
Let's see.
Why is Lurium after medical?
Because Rowan's got the Devouring again.
Wait, again?
Well, I mean, he might have just not gotten rid of it actually, but he's got it right this second. That's,
What?
Are you okay?
What's up?
Nothing. Just making sure you're okay.
No, I'm alright. Are you okay?
Okay.
Rowan.
know about Rowan.
The Devouring
Yeah.
came back for Rowan, so I think pretty sure they're gonna want you down there.
Yeah. We probably missed some. We'll figure it out. They'll be alright.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're certain this is an effect of the Devouring returning and not a healing effect?
I don't know, but this. It's hard to see, but there's the veins. They're turning black slightly.
Yeah.
Where before there was nothing, it is ever so faint, as if it had just started.
Must have just missed some. Yeah.
Sorry. Perhaps.
Maybe.
Do you have any effects? Scan her real quick first.
Yeah.
Make sure it's not.
You can almost practically see it happen. Just the tiniest, smallest bit of devouring. Near her collarbone slowly starts to wiggle outwards, the area around it. It seems to start from nothing, as if you're watching her catch it for the first time. What is it? What's the
I'm watching it happen in real time right now. Is it growing right now? Okay, we need to get her back on the table.
causing it though.
It's very
Back on the table.
She would have easily.
Is it still faint?
Either we missed something.
It's still faint. It's really
Hang on.
slow.
Hang on. Where is it? I can't feel... I mean, I'm in just a lot of pain generally. I can't feel anything.
Collarbone.
Okay. That might be close to where it was the first time. Is that where yours started?
Unfortunately, my entire hand was in the fucking thing's mouth when it started. It's all over my arm. All at once.
Okay.
Let's start by trying to make sure we didn't just miss it. Start there.
Yeah.
Monitor it. Figure it out.
Right? Is it mana potions? Anything I can get from a chemical?
Find Ren.
I'll
Yeah.
just need it here if you want. Okay. I'll find Ren.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Shit. Okay.
It's good
Hop
that we
up.
caught this early.
First?
Yeah. We're gonna go for a broader approach, see if it was just a missed thing. We're just gonna cut off that whole part of your body. I mean, not, with a... Unless you just don't want your hand,
Yeah,
but...
we're going to basically do it as a
Ideally.
sleeve of that part.
We'll destroy as much of the surrounding tissue as we have to this time. I want to know if it's... I don't even know what I want to know. But surely if we just burn away everything, there's nowhere for it to come back from. Yeah? Good working theory?
Ideally.
Okay.
At that point, though, isn't that the same as...
Well, it's basically amputation, but it's just a really small amputation, and I can fix that. Okay. I can handle the healing. I have the mana, I've got the skill. Do as much damage as you need to, okay?
Oh, wrong button.
Do you want
Malik
to
is resting. Don't get Malik. There's no point. He can't help anymore.
Am I guiding again?
Yeah.
Let's just stay out here then and wait until they are done.
I'll exert as much as...
Where's the knife?
Push to third if
You
I
need
can.
the knife.
Pushing any further than that, I'll pass out probably, so...
Okay.
Just don't worry. We can just make it further out. Destroy as much as you have to. That's the whole point. It's not about energy. It's not about...
It's faint, mostly here, but it goes up the arm a little more. I can see traces of it up here as well.
Where is this deepest?
Here's to hoping there is no...
Taking off the pinches.
...to this cure. If it actually is one.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say more topical
Yes.
ointment. Okay.
Yeah.
Spread it for... she's right. Gotta make it. Nothing. Go make it. It's about the
Okay.
application, not the... Give it a second, Elenia. Wait for Rin.
Was there a... You know what?
I'm going to go see if she has any left from before, or if she's making more.
Both of you.
Where are you both going?
Okay.
Are we doing the same roles then, I assume?
Yeah.
Best not to disturb them while they are
I'll take care of the healing. I'd like for you to watch, see if there's anything you can observe that's missed.
Doesn't look like.
Where exactly?
Keep it further spread out. Make a wider area around it. We're just going to destroy a bunch of the tissue this time.
Small vein from the other up to here even.
Professor Monty is. He's in the back room where most people try to communicate with you.
Yeah. Sorry, it's greasy. It's sort of like. Well, it's better than the alternative, right? We're gonna just go all the way up to the shoulder.
Talia.
Arm up.
So I'm not misunderstanding. The shroud is still necessary if we are getting rid of the tissue.
Yeah, but we're gonna set it further out. Okay?
Understood.
That means, Philia, Laurium, when you're cutting away at it, leave more space. It's fine, we can sacrifice
Understood.
more tissue. Let's see if we can get rid of it just through brute force.
Oh, Lordium, you need turn over the other side. Thank you.
Okay.
You should keep an eye out. Upstairs was reporting a strange sound, something like a rift opening.
In scars through no signs tomorrow.
Some
The renewal of spring comes new life. Talia blooms in the absence of shivers. This is a delicate flourish. Night shines down from above.
Okay.
Bones unbreak and unmend to once they were before.
I'm gonna grab more, just in case.
Riley, if we miss anything, just make a note of it. We don't have to try to fix it now.
Yep.
Alright,
Mhm.
well, if it's in the vents, I guess it'll rattle out eventually.
Professor wasn't anything he was doing.
Okay.
But he was taking a moment to think what it might be.
This hurts so much more.
Hang in there, Rowan. I'm not gonna let it leave any lasting damage.
No clue.
It's gonna suck, though.
As you all cut away at it, because it was so early, it isn't very deep in his arm. Much of it is just near the surface.
It showed up again. If they missed something or...
You keep painkillers for Rowan?
Down here, like at least down below the books or whatever. At least from like my recollection, from where I heard it.
Actually, you fucking knock me out, I'm an idiot. Thank you.
Jill, is that everything you see? Elenia?
Getting what I can.
A little left, but almost.
Back to dinner.
Done.
Solid.
Yeah. You said you saw
I think it's all clear, at least from what I can tell.
Ah, fuck. Check it again. Check it.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't in the dome. Like I was sort of seeing through.
Entirely clean. There's nothing left.
Kind of. I was seeing it. It definitely wasn't in the domes. It was.
I still don't trust it. I watched
And
it.
right before you pull your hand away, see it. Just the tiniest bit. Come from nothing.
We didn't hear anything on the top deck.
What's fuck?
Mod.
There wasn't any. Not a scratch. Not a sliver. And it's there again.
Already. Okay.
Yeah. Do people see it down here?
How fast is it growing?
Not terribly, but I mean, if it comes back next to your shoulder. Shit. Okay. My collarbone? Is that where you were pointing?
Yes.
So I'm still shit out of luck. You have two options. We can keep doing this every couple of hours, every couple of days, or we can cut your arm off.
I am worried if people heard a sound as if something teleported in. When we'd know.
It's up to you whether you want to risk the experimentation or whether you want to risk the devouring getting somewhere that we can't cut off. But Malik went to rest.
The only place I can think the check last would be
Mertesh.
Yeah. They're not looking for
Was it work if we cut off the skin? And it is so superficial.
No, it won't matter. I mean, we could try a minor amputation, but why is it there? We just watched it.
Me and Angel just had a fucking idea. It's a terrible one at that. You remember how you said it? Regeneration. Explaining from the arm. What was the term that Malik said?
Hey, Murtash.
Tapestries?
Tapestry.
Check the bathroom or the...
It makes an imprint on your soul. It's trying to turn you into an umbral soul.
Yeah, we have...
So unless we're able to heal the soul itself, the tapestry
We are.
itself.
That's what we do.
Completely? Utterly?
Well, I mean, apparently not, but in every bit... yes. Yes.
If you decide to chop it off, Rowan, at least start with the hand first. Maybe if you cut off the source of where it initially started, it won't be able to...
There's up the arm as well when it's coming back. It's the whole thing.
Right.
I saw the finest of a black vein on the...
Let me think.
It can't be coming from nothing. It is connected somehow to both of you. But how is it connected?
The blood? It could be bloodborne.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
If it was that, then it would spread from blood, yes?
Okay.
Well, maybe. That...
If that was the case, then it would have immediately went to the heart instead of grow to it, like how it usually does for people.
Not necessarily.
Whispering.
If cancer gets in your blood, it doesn't spread everywhere. It stops in different places. Maybe it comes from something, or... I mean, why would it recur? Well, I guess mine didn't recur in exactly the same place, so if we assume that Rowan's didn't either, and it was just sort of close enough, maybe it's just a coincidence. I mean, there's 4 limbs and a torso to choose from. 20% chance there. And if it is in my heart, then it makes sense that it would seed. That doesn't make any sense.
Both the devoured and the rift illnesses both occur when someone is near to a rift opening, or rifts in general. And my illness comes from the divine well leaking abyssal energy or something like that. Is there any chance that instead of blood flowing through, it's something to do with the mana ways? Is that a possibility at all?
I have looked at the pathways. There's nothing different about the pathways with the devouring. Everything is normal except for the devouring that is there.
If it were, if it were subtle, if the pathways encouraged ambient, resonant abyssal energy, that seems like a really far shot, though. Damn it. No, if it's in the blood, maybe it is, if it's in the blood, I guess it could be contagious. But how would we ever know? I mean, it's not like we spend a lot of time drinking the blood of... And it presumably, either drinking or receiving, right, because you'd have to take it in. I suppose it could come through the skin, but it'd have to be a lot, and the odds that
We've all
any
had
of...
open wounds near the people that Devourings opened wounds.
Yeah, I mean, the really bad news is that if it is in the blood, us cutting everyone with a knife might have given it to everyone, but that's...
Can't be. We fought Devoured
We would already
before.
be seeing it in us.
They're
I know
not
for a
really
fact that-
alive anymore. No, yeah, you're right. I mean, surely the devoured blood...
That would have... We've had some interaction. It can't be the... If it's the blood, it can't be contagious, at the very least. It might hold something for all we know, but it can't
Those
be...
devoured creatures we ran into at Kenvale, they bled too all over us, and we did not catch the devouring.
Yeah. I mean, it could just be exceedingly rare. It's more common in a patient themselves because, I mean, maybe this happens all the time. Maybe it does, and it's just that one time in a million it occurs. And it's just that it's in us. No, but in the blood, we should still be able to see it.
Yeah. Perhaps another layer we don't know of. That's all. It's outside of typical vision. Maybe you need a specialized spell, or... I don't know.
Situation unfold. I haven't been trained. Well, I've been trained in traditional magic basics, but not, the intermediate stuff. More about the chart of divine. But chances are we could.
I watched in real time. It slowly came back from nothing.
So something is leaking through from something we can't see, then.
Perhaps.
It has
Or
to
some
be.
sort of connection.
But where? What has the... It has to be some fundamental but subtle shift in one's tapestry that exposes one to it, right? Surely.
It has to be.
Something
Riley
about...
had an idea about...
Please.
Well, originally Carcosa was rather vague, but we could try to contact him and you can make the right questions this time around. Do you know what you're asking? See if you can get anything more out of the bastard.
Fucking gods.
What questions? Hang on.
They already did not help us before.
Know.
Okay,
Then
let's...
they're fucking not gonna help us anymore.
Hey!
No need to say
Alright,
much.
Yuki,
We're just
alright.
giving the suggestion.
Riley gave the idea. I thought I'd pitch it. I could do it.
What questions would we ask? What could
Don't
possibly
know.
be...
You're the experts.
Right, I'm asking to the group, not to you
right,
specifically.
What are we looking for?
I mean, why does it recur?
Where is it coming back from?
Against the order. And this is it.
They're still busy in there.
Did Carcosa explain how it knew?
No. We guess that he remembers from the previous cycles. Him and... it's... I think given context, that's what we figured out. He's also the Celestine of Forgotten Knowledge, if anyone would know, I guess. It would be
What was
him.
the question asked? As close as you can remember.
Okay. I think he was simply, what is the cure to the devouring?
Okay.
I think he kept it very simple.
Proceeding under the assumption that we continue to not understand a lot of what was told to us in that, does anyone discredit the claim that what we did earlier cured the devouring?
It could be polite, but it felt like a stretch now when I'm thinking about it.
I also mentioned to Riley, it's possible Carcosa knew all along that it was just temporary and he just kept quiet about it.
He said that it's
told the
going
truth.
after against the order, didn't he?
I think the cycles thing was... Right, he mentions that the fact that he told us about it would go against the cycle. I don't know if that would do something to this, though. I don't know that it's relevant.
In cycles, if... So what, the cycles can't be changed?
I don't know.
If it goes against the cycle to know, and the cycles
At
always...
least from what I understood, for him to tell us the answer.
Whether it's for us to know or
To
not,
me,
I'm not
it
sure.
sounded a bit more like he might get in trouble, but I don't.
Don't know.
But
I
from
don't recall
what?
him saying anything about a cycle.
I don't know. He seemed happy to take the payment, so. Either way, if you can come up with questions, it's on the table. At least theoretically.
I don't think we have enough. I don't know that we have enough understanding to even know what questions are useful.
Fair enough.
I suppose the question would be, by what mechanism has it recurred? And thus, and subsequently, how can one prevent that? But that seems... I'm not sure that any answer we got would give us an understanding. This defies my... Something doesn't come from nothing.
Well, yes.
Or it should appear in everyone all the time. So something... Are we near a rift?
We're flying away from one.
Well, but we might be passing over one. Do any of our rift afflicted have any symptoms that they normally would incur from being near one?
None outside the ordinary.
No, not I know of.
Okay.
I know that Shot's been around.
Yeah, just in case.
Today.
You're emanating a cold.
Rowan, have you pissed off Shoth in particular lately?
I have never even interacted with any of them. I've seen Arena once, I suppose.
Gotcha. I could certainly see Shoth being pissed enough about me arbitrarily in order to do it, but to randomly pick Rowan... Shoth is petulant, but not random.
The thing that the people up top said, the whoosh sound that happened a moment ago that got everyone panicking, it sounded like a rift opening. Maybe something actually did happen. Only people in the dorms in a few other places could hear it. There was a flash of light for people in the dorms as well.
And we ourselves then are somehow more susceptible, even than those who are afflicted? I mean, I suppose why not, right?
It's a little more finite.
It would also be pretty fucking unfortunate because it probably means we have to leave. We can't just keep hanging out with the people that go near to rifts as part of their whole bit.
I mean, is that... Are you sure that's how a rift sounded?
I didn't even hear it.
Different kind of whoosh.
You might want to ask around. I'll go ask around myself.
Right, fair enough.
I've been told, yes.
Okay.
I think it might have been second.
For now, we keep doing checkups on Talia.
Did it sound similar to a rift?
Mine is, well, me as well. But how fast is it coming back anyway?
Very, very slow.
All over the ship and there's nothing.
Have
The only place I haven't looked has been Malik.
week.
Down in the
Days, at least.
Thing I can think of at this point is someone
For me.
That's something.
a really elaborate way of casting healing, because it seems like it sort of lines up perfectly. No one was healing at the time.
Talia, we may have to do surgery on you again to check inside your heart.
I'd be able to detect
Not today. That's
We can just scan
actually
for it.
incredibly reasonable. Yeah,
I didn't
you're
catch
right.
it at first because it was beneath the skin and, well, my back got broken. I had some other aches and pains.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That makes more sense, actually. I think I might be jumping the gun a little.
No, you're right. It was subtle with you. I mean, I really looked very closely. And it's not that it was so small as to be missed. It was not there. Or if it's there, it's in such a small amount that there is no magecraft by which I can imagine it being detected anywhere. Maybe a prime. Judana herself.
Even
Sort of
Malik did it
that.
once over, didn't he?
The Rudana
Malik
herself
left.
said she doesn't know how to fix the devouring, so you're going to take her word for it. She has no clue.
But she could, like as not, be more effective at determining its presence than us.
Maybe.
Alright.
But I list that only as, that there are beings perhaps that could do it, but not us. I assume, okay.
Could try to. I mean, if. I'm seeing all the options I could help with, but we could try to get a spirit to help, if that would help. If that's an issue that, visualizing something.
At a smaller rate, is this something that, while it's going to be exhausting, obviously, to do...
Since you talked
Would it be
about the
possible to get a
devouring-
seer to look at Rowan after we do the procedure again?
Or is it growing back quicker now?
I can't imagine that a
No.
seer would see anything.
And that's exactly why we should check.
To be fair, no one
If it's
can see
coming
anything.
back from another plane of which we cannot see, then why not get someone who can see? At least
Don't
as a
suspect
possibility.
anything with the lumen, but I don't think there's any harm
Do
in
we
it
have
either.
any spirits aboard it that can do anything? Look at anything?
Seers commune
Caleb's a
with...
seer.
Seers commune with spirits of the lumen, yeah?
Uncertain.
So, if those with the devouring are connected to spirits of Umbra, could a seer determine that?
Something we can rely on.
Could I? I don't know. Never
Fair
thought
enough.
that there could be spirits of Umbra until the other day, or the other week, at that.
Do we know any
And I didn't know I could cast a shroud inside a person.
Well, you're-
Can we at least check?
You're looking at a seer
All right.
presently.
I'm aware.
How can
Oh,
I try
Rowan.
this then?
I don't know.
Possibly-
I don't really
Possibly
know how
really
it works.
Maybe a similar ritual connecting my vision with yours or something similar?
What do you want me to stab your eyes?
I wouldn't say that. That's the main issue. Trying to figure out how to connect a vision.
I'm gonna be honest,
Well, for
figuring out
one-
that part of the ritual took me like 6 months. So,
Fuck.
I mean, maybe Ecteris would know better, but...
I'll go ask. He's right across the room.
And besides, with Lorium, he already has first aid knowledge, so he knows at least what to look for. Unless I am mistaken, even then.
No, he has divine healing ability. He could certainly do the scan himself.
Then, with that in addition to being a seer, perhaps.
I don't know.
I know we're grasping at straws. I'm just trying to find more straws in which to grab.
No, it is good.
Yeah.
Any straw is a good straw.
I mean, this is a long shot in any case. The idea that we're being... that the Devouring is a spirit of the Umbra... this doesn't even sound like seers.
Completely
Really wild
spitballing, I swear.
speculation.
I swear I've been told that the rift beasts are, like, spirits from the Umbra coming out or something. Compared to...
I suspect that
Spirits.
we won't know the truth of all of those questions until we've figured out how the rifts work and thus how to close them. So, I suspect that by the time we understand what rift beasts fully are in all of their creation, it will be kind of a
I
moot
mean,
point.
we do know that they do have a spirit. Soul.
Then perhaps
That's
it
how they
could
make the
be...
shields.
They don't
While
really
we're
have
speculating, it could
soul.
still just be... I've heard
The essence
stories of
collectors aren't
spirits
soul
possessing
jars.
people, then...
Oh.
No.
Never mind then.
The
I thought that's what-
inspiration is from the research on, but is not. Also,
I also have it on good authority that they're
Millennia.
not.
while there are others aboard the ship, best to speak quietly on those topics.
Oh shit, sorry.
I'll try and catch one or two on the way out just in case they haven't, but...
Drudana has mentioned, obviously, that it's not one of her things, the rift beasts. They don't have souls like we do. They're not part of... They're not one of hers.
Right.
Whatever thing they have, it's not a soul.
Okay.
The essence of the anti-life or whatever in the book.
We can theorize as much as we'd like, but I think
Is it possible to like make a shield that's like we keep the earth beasts out? Could we make a small one for the devouring?
I mean, I've contemplated whether that might be possible for the Rift Afflicted, and to some extent. Clearly, their connection to these other entities is manifest. So, if we...
to repel it.
But what? Repel what? That's the trouble.
I do not know.
I mean, maybe if we could find a way to repel all things? What would that even look like? To prevent the motion of all mana,
Stasis.
Well, sure, but... I mean... Conceptually...
Sorry. Did I miss anything?
Nope. We're shooting in the dark and hoping for the best. Any thoughts that you have are more than welcome, of course.
I was mentioning to Angeal, have you tried having another occult mage as well, doing it at the same time?
It's
the same amount of divine and occult.
It's not a question of whether it's been removed or not. It's simply not there. And then it is. At least as best I can detect it. And none but maybe Malik are going to be my better at it.
Well, I know Malik's awake. I think Murtash woke him up, I'm not entirely sure.
Even then, Malik did look you over.
Yeah.
I don't think I can contribute much to this. If you find any questions and want to do the Carcosa thing, I'll be able to be found.
Vesper?
Yeah.
Can you make sure the rest of Lumen knows?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you. Then let's talk short term. As it is right now, if it keeps coming back, one thing we need to do, we need to monitor, definitely Talia, to ensure that it's spreading at a reasonable pace. If we can keep it at bay with the ritual, then that's a plus, right? That's something. Yeah. That's progress. The issue is if it comes back abnormally. If it comes back and it's not from just that same point every time. For example, Talia, someone mentioned Talia, it's in your collarbone. What if next time it pops up in your collarbone and, I don't know, we'll go back to the heart, and so on and so forth. If we can keep it at bay, that's still something.
Yeah.
And if it buys us days, then great. As for me, I think the arm needs to go. At this point. We don't know how it can pop back up. And frankly, if it gets past the shoulder, then as awful as it is to say, at that point, I'm not confident in relying on finding the actual cure in time. Any thoughts?
Your arm.
We lose attempts at helping Talia. Not to make you sound like some sort of plaything, but your stakes are not as high.
If Rowan and I both die, the blow that would incur to the initiative as a whole would be catastrophic.
And also, that means we can focus more attention on Talia, and not both of them.
I suppose.
It's easier to look after one patient than two.
I'm open to keeping it. But it took a lot of mana to do the ritual twice. Yeah. 3 times even. if my arm gets to the point where there is no turning it off and just removing it at this point, then that's twice the resources. We're diving in the rifts every other day at this point, it feels. As cowardly as it sounds, I just don't know if it's worth the risk. I don't know what we get from it.
I'll come back to you for more advice in a moment. I'm going to try and...
If there is anything we think we can get, I am happy to take it, though. If there's any benefit, please.
Well, you have a little bit of time to think it over, along with all of us. You have time. As short as it may be.
We don't actually know that. We don't know that the ritual hasn't done something to it. For all we know, this could come back faster. It could be that it appears that we'll each have days now, but we might have a day, and by tomorrow it will have spread over his shoulder. I see no real reason for you to keep it, Rowan, but ultimately, as far as I'm concerned, you're the only person whose opinion matters.
Disagree there. I'm of the opinion we get rid of it, though.
Okay. Do you want to try anything else
No.
before that?
Got any ideas?
Well, there was the second idea.
The cancer solution? Removing it doesn't seem to be the problem, Sonny. As far as I can tell, as far as Malik can tell, as far as any of us could tell when we looked, there was no devouring left. It's not that we missed it. We tried a second time, and it was gone. At least as gone as any of us will ever be able to determine. If it comes back at a regular place consistently, that would be exceptionally good news. Then maybe we can make an Aethertech device that simply does all of this. My understanding is that occult energy is hard on Aetherite, but that it can be done, yes?
I'll have to look back into the theory on it, but...
Okay. So theoretically, one could be given an Aethertech device that would make it, I suppose, chronic, medically speaking. A small application of mana every day that simply does all of these things. A small amount of opalite to do the healing, or you just see a healer. Or maybe even you just do it consistently enough on the small area that you don't have to bother with the healing. You just accept the damage. You'll have a constant pain in your shoulder or wrist or wherever, but who gives a shit? But that would require specifics that we won't know.
I'm working on some things.
Okay.
A good bit behind you.
Well, you're a surgeon's apprentice, Rowan. You won't need us to explain the pros and cons of the different amputation sites.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have a preferred surgeon?
No, anyone doesn't say.
On Malik. I did it on Malik. I could do it on you too.
I'm not gonna make Sonny do it. If you don't mind.
But I said... Oh, I thought you said I wouldn't. Okay.
When are you
Said that I
planning
would.
to?
Sooner the better, really.
Now?
Unless someone has an idea.
No.
Just a crackpot one.
Go for it.
Pitch it then.
The devoured, like, directly affects your tapestry, right?
As far as we know it. It's
Like,
hard
when
to...
you regrew parts with the devouring came back, even
Yes.
after amputated.
Sort of, yes.
What if we changed your tapestry?
Oh.
Do you mind elaborating?
As I was discussing with Yuki not too long ago, I've been studying the works of the fellow who owned the castle for Rosewood did. He was an alchemist, mage, and a bunch of other crazy shit. But he managed to make rats capable of casting magic. He altered them, like, fundamentally, gave them sparks. I'm not saying I'm the best at it. I've definitely fucked up a few times playing around with it. Nearly died. But what if we changed that area? What if we, give you a crab arm? I don't know.
One question about
Like the rabbit that Turtono made?
like a crab arm.
But it doesn't have to be a crab arm. It's just, I don't know, crab came up first, okay?
Example, yeah.
You're speaking quietly, Barrett.
Quite softly.
This is...
As I was saying, the idea again of not even just the weird arm, just even if let's kind of be blunt about this, cut off someone else's arm and maybe graft it onto him in a strange way.
I don't know nothing about that.
I mean, kind of in the same way. It's just instead of just, as you said, a crab arm, it's just, I don't know how it functions.
This is actively altering his tapestry.
I mean, cutting off the arm does stop the spread of it.
Well, it destroys that part of the tapestry, basically. It severs that section of it. In theory, practically speaking, we don't know what would happen were I to, for example, attempt to regrow his arm later. Maybe when it was regrown, the Devouring would come back. This is unknowable without direct testing, so I suppose we can do that at some point if you'd like your arm back, but... Well, I suppose we'll see on Malik's anyways. I promised him that I would try.
But for reference,
What the... Huh. Those are real?
I don't know. Like I said, crackpot theory, and it's something I've been researching lately. So,
I mean, whenever you guys say tapestry, I know what it is, but all I can think about is actual sewing. Sometimes you just gotta uproot the stitching and replace it, yeah? Or, fix it.
Well,
the issue is... No, go on.
Fixing it is what healing does. It's taking a tapestry, understanding its defects, and repairing them, restoring them physically to what they were.
So what's the visual or like I see it as a visual. Is there like what's the defect specifically affecting in the tapestry? What's the corruption like? You guys have seen it firsthand, so like.
What the Devouring
What's
looks
it
like?
Mm-hmm. Those of you who look in pathways and tapestries, what does it look like? Never asked.
I mean, unhelpfully, it looks like the Devouring.
Black. But it should be no black.